I never know.
What's up, everybody? Wolf of Walmart. We're back. We're back, baby, again.
Not a bad fish right there, guys.
Oh, no.
Out here catching Folsom bass right now, dude. Woo, he's a little chunker. What up, what up, what up, what up? 'Tis I, the host of The Whole Angler, Dave Erkey. You know me on the internet or interwebs as the Wolf of Walmart. I am here. Hi, how are you? Thanks for coming back. Thanks for tuning in again. I just want to give a huge shout out right now to Drew Gregory and the boys over at the Kayak Adventure Series. They're ramping up. If you are in the Pennsylvania area or even on the Eastern Seaboard, head up to Pennsylvania. It is the last stop for the Kayak Adventure Series coming up here. I'm not going to make it because that's a very far flight for me and I'm not a rich man, but I know a bunch of other people are and it's going to be a blast. So you guys got to get out there. You got to say what's up to everybody. They have stuff for the family. They have stuff for the wives. They have everything going on. And then for you, you can jump in your kayak and you can go fishing. It is awesome. So go ahead and check them out. Also, shout out to Element again with my wife's emotional support cup tonight. I love the straw cup. I got the lemonade again. I'm still rocking a box of lemonade. I love the lemonade, but if you guys are interested in Element, I have the link in the bio of the Whole Angler podcast Instagram. Go ahead and check it out, dude. It always helps me out and it'll help you out and everybody wins because you need electrolytes when you're on the water. You don't just sweat water, you sweat sodium, you sweat salt, you sweat minerals. And you can get those minerals replaced by just putting a little element into your water. And other than that, I bring to you this amazing ad that I just found. What up, dudes and dudettes? I'm sure you're tired of hearing my voice by now, but you're going to hear it for a little bit longer because this is a shout out to the sponsor of this show, Kayak City. Kayak City has been taking care of me ever since I started getting into a boat and paddling around in the water trying to catch some fish. And when I tell you it is Kayak City, it is literally like a city of kayaks. They have Bonafide, Eddy Line, Feel Free, Hobie, Jackson, Native, New Canoe, Old Town, Wilderness Systems, and so many used kayaks. I stopped trying to count them a long time ago. If you guys are looking for accessories, they have walls and walls and walls of accessories. They have one wall dedicated specifically to Yak Attack, and it is a massive wall. Kayak City is your #1 Yak Attack dealer here in Northern California. If you want to know where it is, stop by at 7812 Auburn Boulevard, Citrus Heights, CA. Roll through, say what up to James, Troy, Eric, Scott. Tell them Dave says what's up and tell them I sent you there. Thanks for listening. That was the ad for the boys over at Kayak City. Shout out to them. They got a crazy Labor Day sale going on because today is actually Labor Day when we're recording this. So the Labor Day sale will be done by the time you listen to this. Sorry you missed out, but you should stop by anyways. They always got new deals popping up left and right. Other than that, the reason why I'm sitting here right now is literally a conversation I had with this person. So if I'm annoying your ears on a regular basis, first off, thanks for listening. Second off, you can blame this man right here. Without further ado, I bring to you Sir Matthew Sowders.
What's up, man?
What up, dude?
Dude, we were talking a little bit backstage and I was like, man, it's going to take me like 10 or 15 minutes to get back into the flow. Because it's been, when was the Catch's last show? When was it? Let me look.
I don't know. You guys like dropped off, then dropped one show, and then just left.
Yeah, we just kind of dipped. Yeah, me and Brad talked about that like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, we kind of should have just stayed gone. He was like, yeah, I don't know why we did that last show. I think it was May.
Yeah,
was it May? So. May or April? Yeah, man.
I'd have to.
Hey, good to be back. Good to be back on the old StreamYard. I told Dave when I got in, I was like, I tried to add myself, and I immediately went to on. If you've never been on StreamYard, which you probably haven't, unless you've been on one of our shows or somebody else's, and the top right, there's like all your controls and stuff.
Yeah.
And I literally instinctively brought my mouse over, and I was like, oh, I don't have any of that stuff anymore.
I can't let myself in.
It's weird. I haven't been on this side of it in a minute,
dude. Well, dude, thanks for being on this side of it, dude. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, man. Dude. It's owed. I was supposed to be on what, like 2 months ago, and work just kicked me in the butthole.
Dude, life keeps lifing, bro.
Yeah. Life keeps lifing, and life is lifing to life right now.
Speaking of butthole, did you like that email I sent you?
Yes, I did.
Yes.
Yes, it's great.
Everybody, I did not email him a picture of a butthole. I just, made a joke about my own show calling it the Beehole Angler because
The Beehole Angler. Yeah, I saw that, and I was like, "What is that?" I was like, "All right, maybe change the name that I somehow didn't know." But whatever, man. Do you?
no, man, it's good. It's all good, dude. Well, man, okay, dude. So first off, let's do a little catch up real quick since May. Like, what's been going on for you since May?
Pretty much the same stuff that was going on in May. I'm working a lot still. Yeah, it's been a continued uphill slosh fest. But it's all right. We've got, so in the industry I work in, which everyone, if you've listened to the catch for a while, everyone knows I work in like the retail and the RV industry. So we're getting to the off season time. So I'm hopefully going to start finding some more time to, I've only fished twice since the show was over. I fished a total of, less than 6 or 7 times this year. Work's been and that includes like bank missions and everything. I haven't had time to do anything. Or when I have had time, I'm just so like exhausted that I just veg. So yeah, but it's pretty much just that. Nothing necessarily bad, but just living, man. Just living.
Yeah, dude. Well, I know I talked to you and Brad a little bit. Your kayak motor or something happened with your kayak motor where you actually tried to go and something.
Yeah. So I was so pissed off. So the day I went, it was the second time of the year I went out. My NK 300, which it's been kind of fixed. I still have to do more fixing on it. But the plastic triangle was there, and you have your lift lever and everything. So I literally got in the water. I had a set of bearing foot pegs, which have since been switched out to the bona fide foot pegs, because the first time I turned. So, all right, back up. If you have a Newport and if it goes completely sideways, it can be a pain in the butt to get it to come back. Like I had to take my paddle and just smack the crap out of it, and then it'll move back. So I did that, and I blew up 2 of the bearings on my foot steering. It's like, okay, I had extra bearings with me. Not the end of the world. I can literally fix it on the bank. Done it before. Not a huge deal. I had all the tools, and I was like, whatever. It takes me 2 minutes. So I fixed it. Cool. Fixed. We're going upstream, and usually I'll push both of my feet forward to keep the motor in the water while I'm going up shallower water. So it keeps pushing me going. Yeah. So the water was a little down, so I ended up pulling my motor up, and I was going to start paddling. Well, my lift arm snapped right out of it. Snapped the triangle. Oh. But then I said, you know what? Again, not a huge deal. I'll just lift it up with my feet, and it's fine. I'll put more pressure down, and it's not. I can keep fishing. It's not the end of the world. Broke 2 more bearings on those foot steering again. Went through all my spares, and I was like, dude, I'm done. So I literally was out in the water for 20 minutes, and I left. Like I was so mad. I was texting my wife, and she was like, it's okay. It's our stay out there. I was like, no, I'm coming home, and I'm getting McDonald's on the way. I was just ticked.
It sounds good, a McRib.
Yeah, I wish McRib was out. We were actually getting close to that time. Before Stacy made me change my shirt. The OG Paddle and Fin shirt. Shout out to them.
Oh, hell yeah.
But I had a McRib shirt on that I got for Christmas, and I love that shirt. Yeah, dude, it's pretty tight. I'll get it. It's right there.
Get it. So I know your headphones still work. So I love that both of us are wearing other like podcasts or podcast syndicate. Thankful, blessed, McRib obsessed.
McRib obsessed, man. And it's just a screen printed McRib, and I love it.
Yes, dude, that's so
freaking awesome. Yeah, I was saying
I love how we're both rocking different shows shirts. Like, I've been trying to collect them, like other podcast shirts. Like, you know when you go see your favorite band and they're wearing like their band that was an influence to them shirt. Like that's kind of like the homage I'm going for right now. But
oh yeah, dude, I'm about it. Bass and Brews, great show,
dude. Hell yeah. Yep. No, but honestly, and Paddle and Fin, that's a fucking killer network, dude. Adam's over there crushing it.
Actually, just talked to Adam. He's doing great. Just talked to him. So that was awesome.
He's supposed to be. well, I can't. Yeah, he's supposed to be coming on here sooner or later, but I just told him, hey, let me know when your schedule's free, and he just, he'll
will.
get to me when he gets to me. He's on Canada time.
I was about to say, yeah, they're a little different up there, eh?
Yeah,
So,
but I am jealous about your McRib shirt. I want a McRib shirt. Like, that's
pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I mean, it definitely somebody like was selling them out of a trash can. That's how they look. Like somebody used an iron and he ironed on the McRib, but it's all right. I love it, so it's fine. Pretty sure my mom got it for me, so kudos, mom.
Dude, shout out to Barb, dude.
Shout out to Barb. Shout out to Barb. We need Jake on here so he can do his war cry.
I've been trying to get him on too, but his schedule is so like he's a real job, and so his schedule is a little different.
I was about to say between that and then guiding, he's selling his inflatable. I think he's actually getting out of the kayak scene for a little bit, and just working on the guiding stuff because he's like, I've barely been on the water in my kayak. I've been guiding nonstop on my boat, so like, why would I keep it? I was like, yeah, man, understand.
If he's getting really Osprey, I mean, I know a guy who could probably want to try it out. Just saying, Jake. Just saying.
Yeah, you just got to get to Cali, or you come back. I mean, hey, stop in Ohio on the way.
So another thing,
I
almost forgot to tell you. No, I'm not, dude. I cannot. We've talked about this. There's things that have to happen for me to move to Ohio.
Got me excited for a second though.
No, I'm actually gonna hurt a little bit more. I'm not gonna make it to Columbus this year.
Oh, why? What's going on? Well, you technically already made it to Columbus this year. You're talking about 2026.
2026, yes, sorry. I'm not gonna come 2026. I got a baby on the way at the end of February.
Oh yeah,
that's like crunch time.
Yeah,
that's like my crunch time. So I'm like,
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, so.
But that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, 100%. That's a good reason. I don't know if I'll be at Columbus this year because kind of Loveland's going just to the, like they're having their blowout, and we kind of, I guess we don't know if they're doing the team or not next year. But I've been kind of so MIA, like I don't even count myself really on the team anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like nothing. I mean, it's not like formal, but I just haven't been, like, my social media's been dead. I haven't posted. I think the last post I made was months ago. So, like, I don't know if I go, it would be as a consumer, but
go.
I'll probably end up going.
So many.
Then I got to pay to
going.
get in. I'm be annoyed.
No,
I mean, I really don't have to pay to get in.
No.
No. I know enough people, but still.
I was say.
Yeah, I know somebody. Somebody will get me a little badge. Yeah, well, or me. I mean, it is what it is. But that sucks, dude. I mean, it sucks, but it's also like I'm proud and happy for you. So that's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, it's one of those like bittersweet things. Like I'm bummed, and so many people. Like I've talked to so many people who are finally going this year. Like so many people who I've been like, "Hey, you should go. Hey, you should go." They're all going now, and now I can't.
Well, of course. That's how it goes. But it's a like I said, it's a good trade-off.
Yeah. You're gonna get way more better people there, and I'm gonna be here, hopefully getting a kid. We're getting a boy, so we gotta figure out names. So
I mean, Matthew's a great name. Just saying. It's I mean, if you're into that, it's biblical. There's a lot of things. Don't look about the end of his life because it was kind of gruesome. But the rest of it was okay.
I love it. Yes.
Yeah. But whatever you want.
Yeah.
Or just go left field and just name it like Shimano. Name him Shimano.
Daiwa
Urkey. That'd be so sick. Oh my gosh. That would be so sick. Shimano and Terry's Urkey. There you go.
Shimano.
There you go. DAU.
Text my wife, dude. She won't.
Yeah, dude. She's gonna be like, you're high as a kite.
No, bro, she's doing the because my wife's younger than me. She's doing the millennial names. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah. And plus, she was a teacher, so she hears all the names. So she wants something that she hasn't heard, which makes it even more like, oh, this is gonna be a fun one.
Just remember, they're gonna grow up with that name, and kids aren't very nice.
That's what I
say that because I was one of those kids. Yeah. So I mean, I kids can make jokes out of something you think they can't. I promise. It's not that hard. If my little stupid brain was able to make something up at 6 off of normal 90s kids' names,
Yes.
I'm just saying.
I told her, I was like, we need to name him like Gary. Like,
Just
just keep
something-
it safe, because
just
he's already
something
got
like-
he's already doomed with the last name. Like, trust me,
Yeah,
I grew up
Erky.
with it. Yeah, you're doomed. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a tough one.
Oh yeah. I mean, I would have had fun with it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, 100%. Gary's good. The worst thing they'd be like is like, oh, you're the snail from SpongeBob. I don't even think kids watch SpongeBob anymore. So like,
That's
I mean,
a classic
it is,
now. Yeah.
I mean, that's sad. We're sold. Oh man, little life suck punch in the face right there.
Sorry, dude.
That's fine.
If it makes you feel any better, I never watched SpongeBob because it was just below like my age level of interest.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
I never really watched it. I watched like that was like the in between cartoon, like
Okay,
nothing
yeah.
cools on, and I was like, well, I'll
SpongeBob.
watch SquarePants. It's fine.
I don't know any of the characters. I've literally seen all the memes, no clue what any of them are. I'm just like, okay, whatever. I just keep floating with it. I mean, if somebody made like a Rocco's Modern Life meme, I'd be like, oh yeah,
Bro.
or Ren and Stimpy. I'm like, yeah, I remember that. Beavis
Yep.
Butthead, cool. But when you do like SpongeBob or what's the other one that everybody loves?
No,
right
I'll
now?
give you a trip down memory. Pinky and the Brain.
Yeah, dude, Animaniacs. Me and my sister.
Oh
dude,
yeah.
yeah, all the
Oh,
dude. They were
man.
hella
So
crazy
good.
political too. That show was wild, to be honest.
Yo, so Ren and Stimpy was like
Borderline.
like shadow vulgar. Like it was
Yes.
rough. Like
Yes.
I've watched some of it now, and I was like, how was I allowed to watch this after church on a Sunday at my grandparents' house, where everyone's behind me, and I'm watching Ren and Stimpy on the
Yes.
like one family tube TV. Like I don't know. Whatever.
Hey, dude. All right, I'm gonna tell you. My son grew up with this show. It was on the Netflix for a while. It's these two grubs. They're just like little worm grubs thing, and all they do is fart. Literally, like you watch it, and like they eat old dead stuff, and they fart, and that's the whole show is like them not dying and farting, and like, yeah, I'm like. I just shake my head, but then I'm like, well, I grew up like on Ren and Stimpy. I can imagine when my family was just back there shaking their heads, doing the
Yeah,
whole
like,
thing.
what is this kid watching? No wonder we turned out so weird.
We
It's
turned
their
out
fault.
awesome, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. We're epic.
I mean, okay, whatever. You say it.
So speaking of young Matt, let's get into this, dude. Where and when were you born?
Dayton, Ohio, 1990, December 26th, day after Christmas.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, I was born late, according to my mom. I was supposed to be born like the 4th, but I didn't want to come out. And then they're like, on Christmas Day, they're like, he's coming. And my mom was like, nope, this is Jesus's birthday. And she held me into the 26th. Yeah, it's weird because I was born at like 12:06 on December 26th.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It was
Shout
in,
out
like
to
really
Barb again
yeah,
for like
just
the epic. Like first off, holding for 20 days and then just pushing it one more day. Like that's
yeah,
gnarly.
just she's an animal, man. It's insane. I mean, I see the tenacity when growing up when
Yep.
company was coming over and I was vacuuming the roof. So like it's crazy. Yeah.
so so what did you grow up in Dayton or where
Yeah. So well, Huber.
Okay.
So Huber Heights, which is it's like right outside Dayton. But yeah, I grew up in Huber Heights in a little suburb called Quail Hollow.
Vale Hollow?
Quail
Oh,
like
quail.
the bird.
Oh.
Quail
Yeah, yeah.
Hollow.
Okay.
Yep. But yeah, pretty normal childhood, man. Like nothing too crazy. Other than I was like a really bad kid. That's about it.
Brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I have one sister. Her name's Ashley. She's 7 years older than me. She lives next door now. Which
What?
yeah, she's right over there. Yeah, her and her husband and my niece and nephew. They're right next door.
You basically have kids without having kids now. That's awesome.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, they're in the house all the time.
Yes.
Yeah, but so yeah, but yeah, one sister. Yeah, mom and dad both still alive. So
Nice, dude. So growing up, you said you were, normal childhood besides being a bad kid. What were you doing? Like
Yeah.
setting cherry bombs off in public toilets or like?
no, I wasn't doing. Like I was just, I don't know, mischievous, like the normal '90s kid. Like I don't know, TP'd and egged everything and ran away. I threw rocks at city buses and ran away from the city bus driver when he got out into the woods. And me and my friends just broke a bunch of stuff. And yeah, That's just how it went. It was fine.
Light shit on fire.
Yeah, we lit some fires. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy unsafe because I was worried my dad would like kill me, but just enough. Like, you know, you find the water culverts and stuff. Be like, you know, it'd be cool if we light a fire in there, and then we would, you know, just you know, normal kid stuff.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's boy stuff. I'm sorry. That's
100%.
general, just boy stuff. I mean, I think my daughter might be on that path too. She's pretty much feral. So like, she's awesome. Yeah, she's awesome. She's going to be my little buddy, like my little outdoors buddy. So
there you go.
Pretty cool. Yeah. But no, like, I feel like that's just general. Like, I feel like today in age, if kids were doing that, like people would be swearing they need to take medication, locking them up, like all this kind of stuff. But we just did that kind of stuff back in the day. And
yeah, it's crazy now. If kids acted like we acted, I don't know. Everyone, I guess I don't have a show anymore, so I can say whatever I want.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, is your wife around, or are we allowed to like talk like we normally talk, or do we have to like?
Yeah, no, we can 100% talk like we normally talk. She's in the other room. It's fine. Yeah.
Shout out Stacy.
Yeah, love you, babe. Don't be too mad. But anyway, if kids acted now like we acted when we were growing up, especially saying some of the stuff we said and just acting the way we said, I feel like medication's already prescribed too much now.
Yeah,
dude, it would be like in a Pez dispenser.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, they'd be like, here's your Pez, it's Adderall. Like, it would just be like ridiculous. Because I mean, yeah, no one had ADD when I was growing up, and now everyone has ADD.
Yeah,
pretty crazy.
Yeah, dude, that's a rabbit hole that I'm gonna go down with this show. By the way, like I just need to find the right guy. Like,
yeah,
thanks for letting me do this because I get to interview like crazy weird people sometimes, and people that I find interesting, anyways. And I'm looking for. I'll actually put this out there if anybody knows anybody. I'm looking for an angler, not a fly fisherman, because I know a handful of fly fishermen, but I need an angler who is a clinical doctor for ADHD, because I want to bring them on to show like and talk about the benefits of fishing and all the different aspects and variances of fishing and all the little variables that like you need to control or need to keep in mind the whole time. Like ADD firing 100%. I swear to God, some of the best anglers in the world are just hyperactive as hell because they can hyper focus on this because everything needs to move at the same time. So,
well, yeah, I think most of your good anglers are probably ADD or ADHD. Yeah. Because you have to almost hyper focus on it and just go. Like it's just how it goes.
Yeah. But then still keep in mind the wind difference, the temperature drop, the water, like everything. Like all those things have to stay in your mind the whole time. And like I've talked to a few people who like are into fishing, but they're not like obsessed like I am. And they're like, that's just too much to remember, bro. I just grab some worms and a bobber and I go out there and I just sit and I'm like, okay. I mean, you enjoy it the way you enjoy it.
Yeah, to each their own. I mean, but like when I fish, I hyper fixate on everything because you have to do it successfully.
Yeah. So gear, line, everything. Like I'm
Yep, 100%. Like there's a reason why I use certain line in certain situations, and I could be throwing a different bait in the same area and I would use a different line, and there's a reason why.
Yep. So okay, so moving on, because I'll jump down this all day. We're gonna jump around a lot. Sorry, because
that's fine.
We're both. Well, I'm a squirrel, and I know you're pretty much a squirrel too. So get
100%. Let's go.
So growing up, normal childhood, but like you consider it a normal childhood, but I don't know what it's like growing up in Dayton. I don't know what it's like growing up in that area. I know what it's like growing up where I'm at. So what was your regular? When you say normal life, what's your normal life? What's your average routine on a day?
So I will preference this, but a lot of my memory is not great anymore. Concussions and some other things have happened to my brain. So childhood's kind of spotty, but normal growing up, it was, go to school, come home, lie about doing my homework, go play with my friends in the neighborhood. My buddy, the Woodards, they live right down the road from me in off Terra Linda. That's my street name. Feel free. I don't live there anymore. 4030 Terra Linda Drive. Go there. Have fun. It's a blue house. But we would play till go egg it. Do it. I don't care. Do whatever you want. But we would play till, I don't know, like 5:30 or 6. Yeah. No, it was 5:30 because I'd come home. we'd have dinner. My family, we would sit down and we'd watch The Simpsons. And then I would get ready for bed until I got of an older age. But yeah, once I got an older age, it was just I chilled with my friends and then I would play video games.
Yeah.
Because video games weren't a big thing till I was like 11. So
okay, so
2000s.
Yeah, I was gonna say 11 years 2000s. That's when the PlayStation came out. That's when like video games took off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and,
it
like,
took
the
off.
The computer was way more like you could use your computer a lot more for video games. You could before, but like Doom and Wolfenstein, but like it wasn't like a like really.
It wasn't. Well, yeah, nothing. Kids today are spoiled.
Oh yeah, don't even get me started. Yep.
Yeah, I was playing the duck shooting game on Nintendo, Super Nintendo, in my
Duck
parents'
Hunt,
room.
dude.
Yeah, Duck Hunt. Yeah,
Yep.
dude, with the little gun. I loved it. Loved it so much. Then we got a Sega Genesis, and then
Alter Beast. Hell yeah. Sonic.
Yeah, it's a Sonic. I played the crap out of that. And then what I get a Nintendo 64 for Christmas, which my dad just beat the living crap out of me on GoldenEye every day. He's scary good at that game. It's weird. But yeah, that, and then it just kind of evolved from there. Got an Xbox and video games.
Yeah. And then once the Xboxes, I think it was the 360 or whatever, that's when you could start playing other people, right? You could really get into like
so that's when it got like real mainstream. Not mainstream. That's a really weird way to say that, but that's when it became big. I was playing online on the PlayStation 2 on SOCOM Navy SEALs. It was the first online game, and I played with a bunch of. I don't know how old I was. I was young, and I was playing with a bunch of British dudes.
Yes.
Yeah, we just played Navy SEALs. We just killed other people. It was cool. We were really good at that game. That game
You're
was
like
awesome.
the little kid talking trash to the grown adults. Like you see it all the time.
Oh no, it's not like now. Kids now are too comfortable.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're just like they're way too comfortable. Now it was like me just trying not to screw up so I could keep playing because there wasn't a lot of people who played. It was like I'll just do what you tell me, guys. I'll go shoot this guy, and that's just how it went. It was great,
dude. That's awesome, man. And that's cool that you're playing with people English, like Britain, like people from Britain. Like that's it was
dope. Really cool, and it was really before like online play got regulated, so it was just random guys all the time. It was cool, but for whatever reason, I always jumped on. I guess their servers were English servers, and I was just always on there. Some kid in Dayton, Ohio, who was, playing with them. It was weird, but I liked it. They were cool guys.
So were you even into fishing? Was fishing even a part of your life at this point, or was it like
not like nowhere near as big as it is like for me now. It
was like a bike. It was just over there. You could do it whenever.
Yeah, I was about to say the Great Miami was here. My dad would take me to a park called Huffman Dam that has a lake at it that you can catch largemouth on, and I'd go out and catch bluegill with him. I didn't really get really big into fishing till like 14 or 15. It's when I got a little bit more serious about it. But it was just fishing with my dad. Like we would go every couple weeks or every other week or something like that. We'd go down and we'd catch some bluegill for an hour and a half, and then I'd get stabbed by a bluegill, and then we go home. So it happened every time, like every time. It's so annoying. I still hate those fish to this day. 100% hate them.
Yeah, they're full of Yep. I mean, I can't tell you how many times my son, the moment he gets poked, it's over. It's like, all right,
it's done. Like that's how my dad was too. Is like I got poked, and I'd be like, I'm going home, and I would start walking to the car, and he'd be like, all right, I guess we're going home. And then we go home.
That's cool though. It's just you and your dad type thing. You guys just get out there and do it together. Did your sister ever come, or was she just kind of like?
Yeah, she did. I mean, obviously there's like a huge age gap, but she would come out. And my mom, we would go all out, and they would just like sit there and they would fish, or my sister would fish with me and my dad and stuff like that. So but a lot more. It was just my dad taking me go fishing.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome, dude. Like, I always love, and when people talk about that kind of stuff, my dad and me went fishing maybe a couple times, ever.
Yeah.
But like, it's kind of hard to explain. Like he was busy a lot. So I'd go fishing with my aunt, or like, and it wasn't like I was like really into fishing, it was just like they would take you and you're like, okay, that's what we're doing today, like
something to do. Yeah. I was say same thing. Like my grandpa would take me. In Kettering, there's something called Delco Park that has a pond. It's got about I think it has largemouth in it still. I don't know. I haven't been there in years, but I always caught like little chubs that were in there for whatever reason. They had those, or little like little yellow catfish were in there, and I would catch those with him. We'd go out and we'd use hot dogs, and then we would go to Captain D's, and then we go home. So yeah, dude, Captain D's. It was great. Yeah. It was awesome.
So okay, so that was your fishing. What were you doing other than fishing and video games? Anything else? Were you like excelling in school, sports, all that kind of stuff? Or were you just kind of doing whatever?
I never excelled in school, so it's weird. Up to when I went into the Marine Corps, it's weird. So if I liked the subject, I usually did really well in it.
Mm-hmm.
If I didn't like the subject, I didn't care. I did enough to pass. But I played baseball and I played all the sports growing up, baseball, basketball. I played football for like 2 years, but I broke my arm. So I stopped playing football because then I couldn't play baseball, or basketball. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I really wasn't good at school. Like that's why I call myself a bad kid, because I lied about my grades all the time. A core memory that I'll never forget is it was during Christmas vacation, and before I left school, we got like a folder of progress, and mine was just terrible. Yeah. And I hid it underneath my dirty clothes in my closet, thinking it'd be fine. So like a week into Christmas vacation, Christmas came, I got all my stuff. It's awesome. And then I hear my mom like yell from upstairs, and I immediately get that. And I run upstairs, and she's sitting there like holding it and like yelling. And I was like, oh man, I've been caught, because I was hiding it. Yeah. So like, that's how I was all the way through high school. I just didn't care. My first try at college, I dropped all my classes. I didn't care. But yeah, no, I sucked at school. I was good at sports, but yeah, I sucked at school.
Yeah. I mean, I can relate to that. Pretty well. Like I would feel like, I'm like, why am I here? What is this necessarily going to do for me? Now, I know if I go outside and I play baseball and I get really good at baseball, I have a shot at, doing something, but
yeah,
algebra is not really going to save me in life. I mean,
it wasn't even like that for me. Like if I didn't like it, I just didn't want to do it. Like history, I think the lowest grade I ever got in history in my whole educational career was maybe a A-. I loved history. Yeah. Like growing up, even still now, there's a little draw and pull that I want to be like a history teacher. I love history, especially like wartime stuff. Yes. Big fan of it. But then I would go like, I don't know. It would probably help me a lot now, but like Spanish class. I was like, I'm in Dayton, Ohio. I don't need Spanish class. Newsflash, times have changed. Spanish is great right now. Yeah. But yeah, stuff like that, I didn't care. Like I just didn't care to do it. So it's weird. After I went through college the second time when I got out of the Marine Corps, and I was Dean's List every semester. I graduated with my associates. I'm like 6 credits away from my bachelor's. I just don't care enough to go get it now. But I just don't. But I graduated with like a 4.2. Like I took 4th level classes, and I did well in all of them. So I don't know. It's weird how that changed. And maybe it's just because I was older and I was like, you need to do this, stupid. So I just buckled down and did it. Like in school never was hard. Like if I had to buckle down, like I said, I just did just well enough to pass. So I'd have like an F in a class all the way to the final.
Yeah.
And my teacher would be like, if you get an A on this, it'll raise it up to like a C. So I would get an A.
Yeah. Okay.
That's just like, all right, cool. I just need a C. Yeah. So that's exactly what I did. I kept my GPA high enough so I could still play sports.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So but you said you went into so where did the Marine Corps like fall into line here? Because I mean, you mentioned it, and I was like, where did that fall into line? Because I mean, you seemed like you were just kind of just living a normal life. So
I really was. So I got out of high school in 2009, and I wanted to join then. My girlfriend at the time didn't want me to join, so I didn't. So I didn't join. I moved out. I moved in with Brad. We had our apartment. Just did normal young adult stuff, being stupid.
Mountain Dew, baby.
It was Mountain Dew and other things, but just being stupid. in our apartment, hanging out with friends, and just be like you see in every movie ever, just the normal progression of life.
Yep.
And me and that girl broke up. I was working at Best Buy at the time. Me and her broke up, and I was very, I don't know, I felt like stagnant in life.
Mhm.
Like I was like, I want to try something new, and I'd always wanted to join the military. My grandpa Ivan was in the Army during World War II. My great uncle Cecil was in the Marine Corps from World War II to Vietnam, so he did all three wars.
Yeah.
My uncle was in Vietnam in the Army, so all that happened. Like I said, I was a student of history, especially wartime. So all my high school papers, if I could write about whatever I wanted, was like about the Battle of the Bulge, or the Frozen Chosen from the Korean War with Chesty Puller and stuff like that. So I wrote stuff, I did projects on that stuff. So I loved it. So I was like, you know, it'd be great. I should join the military. So I went down to Recruiter with no one knowing, and I talked to him a little bit. And he was like, yeah, you know, I can come, you know, talk to you. And I was like, all right, yeah, cool. Well, because I was living in Miamisburg then. That's on the other side of Dayton.
Mm-hmm.
And I came home and I was like, oh yeah, I'll be at my parents' house in Fairborn because we had moved since then. And I was like, yeah, I'll be there for a couple of days. So he came and I remember my mom answered the door.
Oh,
and he was there. I can't remember. Sergeant Jones. Sergeant Jones was my recruiter from the United States Marine Corps. I went to go into the Army, and they weren't there, so it kind of worked out. I was going to talk to both of them, but it kind of worked out. And one of my best friends, Abram Brown, I grew up with him, went to school with him for from 8th grade to like 12th, because we both went to the same high school. I forgot, but he went in the Marine Corps about a year before me, so I was kind of just following him.
Yeah,
and but I wanted to be infantry. So Sergeant Jones was an infantry guy. He talked to me about it, and I was like, "Oh, cool, yeah, I'll be at my parents' house." So my mom answered the door, and I remember I think I was eating something, either like I had in my hand a can of Pringles, because at this point I was big, like I was fat. I was like 280 pounds. Even though I'm 6'2", it like all sat in my stomach and my big flabby arms. And
just to let everybody know, Matt is a giant. If you're interested, there's a photo on the internet of me and Matt and Brad standing together, and they tower over me by a lot. So
yeah, me and Brad are tall. We got some height. We were blessed with height. It's okay. You were blessed with that stash, so it's fine. Yeah, see, this is the best I got. It sucks. But yeah, I was like super fat and out of shape. I was like, this will be the best thing for me. I get in shape. Me and that girl had broken up, and I was going through it for years. Like it was one of those where I was just young and dumb and stupid.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah, I went and he came and I was eating a can of Pringles or something, and my mom looked back at me, and then all I hear is she yells my dad's name out. She's like, Phil. And I was like, hey, Sergeant Jones. And he came and he's like, can I come in? I was like, yeah. So we sat down at the table. My parents sat down there too. My mom was 100% against it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, the Marine Corps, I don't know if they still do this recruiting, but they had these little tiles, and there's 13 like aspects that Marines go to, like courage and travel, and like what 3 things do you really? So I picked my 3 tiles, which was dumb because I wanted to be a grunt, so it didn't matter.
Yeah.
And so then yeah, like a week or 2 later, I signed papers for the Marine Corps. I started the pulley. Yeah, dude, she was mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, dude, she hated it. She was mad the whole time. Like she wasn't like mad to where she was like, I don't know, like mad at me per se, but she didn't want me to do it because she didn't want me to like leave and all that stuff and go and like, not be around.
Yeah, be somewhere dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to say just not be home. And then obviously when they found out, I was like, yeah, I'm going to be a grunt. I'm going to be an infantryman. My mom was like, that no. And I was like, well, it's happening because I already signed, so it's fine. So I signed in, I can't remember. I can remember. Can I remember? No, I can't remember. I can't remember. I signed in the summer, I think. Summer or like early summer or early fall. But between then and I shipped out 8 months or 6 months later, 6 to 8 months later. But in that time period, I went to boot camp at 180 pounds. So I lost 100 pounds. in that time. Yeah, I worked out twice a day at the YMCA. I moved home, so I didn't have to pay for rent. I worked at a job I worked at a Kettering Hospital in Miamisburg, which was dumb because I moved from Miamisburg to Fairborn to work in somewhere in Miamisburg because I'm stupid. And I worked out twice a day at the YMCA. I ate nothing, and I kid you not, I ate nothing but I had yogurt and granola for breakfast. I had grilled chicken, and not like fancy grilled chicken, like the Tyson frozen chicken grilled.
The one that has the grill lines on it. You can
100%, like the fake grill lines that were painted on by a robot.
Yeah.
I ate those and broccoli with sweet and sour sauce on it. And I ate that for lunch. I had a small one at lunch, and then I had a big one at dinner. And then every Sunday was my cheat day, and I ate a whole large pizza because it resets your like metabolic, like how you break down food and your metabolism. Yeah. And I would eat that, and that's exactly what I did that's all I did. Oh, and I lost 100 pounds. Dude, it sucked. Like to this day, I can eat them, but it's hard. Like I'm like, and I struggle through it, dude. It sucks.
People are like, we're serving chicken tonight. You're like, did it come with the grill lines already in it? Because so I'm out.
Can I put the grill lines on them myself? Because I'm not gonna eat it. Yeah. So now like when I eat chicken, it's like Ritz cracker chicken. So it's chicken covered in Ritz crackers, which is so good. Yeah. Or it's chicken tacos. Like it's something that adds such a weird flavor that it's not chicken.
Got it. That's why when we were talking earlier, because me and Matt had a previous conversation to the show, and we were talking about food groups and pizza being one of them, and he said it was the only food group, and I was like, because I like fried chicken, and he's like, whatever. That makes a lot more sense now.
No, I mean fried chicken, I mess with some fried chicken, but still, it's pizza is mine. Yeah, but that's because my mom let me eat whatever I want when I was growing up. Like it wasn't like, you're going to eat this, you're not going to eat anything. My dad was like that, but my mom was a pushover with me. So it was like, oh, you don't want to make? Okay, that's fine. Here's pizza rolls. So that's like what I grew up eating. That's why I was so fat. It's my mom's fault.
Shout out to Barb.
Yeah, shout out to Barb, man. I was fat and happy all the time.
That's good.
I mean, it could have been worse things. And I wasn't like grotesquely overweight, but
no,
I mean,
you're happy. You were a happy kid. You ate every meal. That's all that matters.
I did. I ate every meal. And most of those meals were pizza rolls, but it's fine.
Totino's the shit.
Totino's party pizzas. Oh yeah, you can fold them in half and make little sandwiches.
Yeah. Yep, calzone, baby.
That's a fat boy in me talking right now. But yeah, that's kind of how it started. Like it's weird. I was actually thinking about this the other day. So I had a buddy I haven't talked to in a long time from the Marine Corps, like called me, and I was like, "Oh, I thought you were dead." He's like, "I thought you were dead," and whatever. He doesn't have social media. Yeah. So every time I looked him up, he had changed, like got a new phone number and all that stuff. So we ended up getting it from another buddy. And we were talking, and I got off the phone with him, and I started thinking, I was like, man, it's weird to remember like why I joined. It was just because I was bored. That's the only reason I joined. I was bored, and I wanted to get away from my like current feelings at the time from when my ex and stuff. It was odd.
Yeah. But well, dude, it's not odd at all, dude. Like, okay, so a lot of people choose a lot of different escapes when they go into like this depression or like emotional severity, manic emotional states is basically what it's a severe emotional state of some sort or another. And people use escape. People do drugs and drinking and stuff like that. But you found a pretty healthy outlet to just, all right, I'm gonna go to the military.
I don't know how healthy it was. I'm broken as all get out now.
All right,
like I hurt my guy. It's okay. It was fun while I was in. I was in good shape. But yeah, no, I mean, I get, and that makes sense because I was definitely, my dad is the type of person, and the men in my life I was around were like, men don't have emotions unless it's anger. Like that's, obviously. Now I'm not saying my dad, he never showed anger or anything. He was great. That's not where I'm getting. But that's men don't cry and all that crap. So I didn't know how to, I had depression. I just didn't know how to deal with it. So my dealing with it was like, you know what? Let's go to the Marine Corps. That'll fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. It did. It masked it really well.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. You learn a whole new set of skills on how to like compartmentalize and like break everything down. Yeah.
100%. Like and it stays with you for life. Believe me, I still do it now. It's great.
So if you don't mind, like what's the mental, like, cause I know that they, I know that they break people down before they build them up. So how does that? What's that process like? How does that work?
So Marine Corps boot camp. Now this was 2012. So then 2012. I don't know. Sometime then. Not now. I don't know how it is now. But yeah, I don't know. Essentially what it is they strip you of who you are and they build you up to be a cohesive unit. So they build you into being a Marine who works with other Marines to do Marine things, to do the Marine Corps mission, which is, locate, close with, and close with the enemy. That's what it is. So how they do that is they put you on it's a regimented schedule. You wake up every morning at 07 or 06. Yeah, something like that. You go to bed every night at 2000, so 8 p.m. You get 1 hour to write letters to home. You have no access to electronics then. I don't know, again, what they do now. Like when I got there, it's in your face. Like they start right when you get there. Like you get there, drill instructor comes on your bus. And I think we got there at like 11:30 or midnight. Comes on your bus, starts screaming, "Get off my bus! I, sir, no, sir, yes, sir. That's all you say." Blah blah blah. And they strip you of like a personality, essentially. Like it doesn't go. It's not as crazy as like Jarhead, or not Jarhead, but Full Metal Jacket. Like now, I'm sure it was like that in Vietnam because
dude,
you got out of boot camp and you went and you died. Like that's how Vietnam was. I mean, the casualty rate was insane, but it's still the same concept. Like you get there, you don't talk unless you're saying yes sir, no sir, I sir. Dish recruit, request a head call, sir, which means you need to go to the bathroom. Like that's, you change how you say everything. You get one phone call, just like, I'm sure you've seen it. Everyone's probably seen it. You call your parents off a script, which is taped there. If you say anything off the script, you'll get something called IT, which is just incentive training. It's incentivizing you not to be stupid, also known as hazing. And yeah, it's great. And yeah. So you read off the script. I called my dad's phone. It was like maybe 1:30 or 2 in the morning when I got there. And I was like, I made it to Paris Island safely. I will write you in 1 to 2 weeks with my new mailing address. Have a good night. Like you're not allowed to say, I love you. You're not allowed to say any of that stuff. Nothing. Because my dad didn't get a word in. Because I said it and I was like, I was so bought into it immediately when I got there. Like I was raring and going, but like you can't call trash cans, for example. It's not a trash can, it's shit can. If you said trash can, you got IT. If you said a shirt, so like the Marine Corps camis, the green or the tans. If you said, hey, hand me my shirt, you got IT. It's a blouse. Port and starboard, they still say that. Racks, not beds. You got racks. The bathroom is the head. It's like, and if you said anything other than that, so by the time you get out, that's how everything's referred to. Like everything, you're on and they've stripped you of your civilian nature, and they just make you that way. Like it's definitely like the Marine Corps. Everyone likes to say it's the largest cult in the world, and it 100% is. I say that even now. I'm part of the largest cult in the world, and I'm cool with it. Yeah, because it's I still call the bathroom head. I am in military time all the time. It's which is a great study. I wish the guy who made it was still alive because I'd get him on your show. Yes. But they did a study on, he's dead now. But anyway, they did a study on people re-entering into like from military service to civilian service. They said Air Force personnel, and this is not a knock on anyone. Yes, I was a grunt. Yes, I've used the word pogue many times in my life, which means personnel other than grunt. It's a derogatory term to people who aren't grunts. I've grown from that. Okay. I've been out since 17. Leave me alone. I can still call you a pogue though. But they did this study, and it was people in the Air Force usually reassimilated in the civilian population between like, I think it was 2 and 3 weeks. They're pretty much back into how civilian work just because of how their branch works. I mean, the Air Force, unless you're a pilot or like a parajumper or a pararescue guy, it's more support roles, which is fine. We need them, right?
Yeah.
But then the Navy was like 2 to 4 months. The Army non-combat roles were like 6 to 8 months, and they can pretty much reassimilate. Combat roles in the Army were 1 to 3 years, and they can reassimilate. Marine Corps, even non-combat roles, it was determined that they could not fully reassimilate into civilian society.
Huh.
Which I don't disagree with, because like I say it all the time, I hate being a civilian. I hate this.
Yeah,
I
we've
hate
talked
it.
about that many times.
Yeah, we've talked about it. I hate it. I would rather I'd go back in right now if they would let me, even to be like an accountant, just to be in the Marine Corps again.
Yeah.
And just certain civilian aspects don't mesh and gel, and that's they never will. Like it just, I don't know, this stuff. So that study, I always thought when I was like, oh yeah, I'm sure it was some 4-star general who made that study, so it would make people want to stay in. But no, I 100% agree with it. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So they break you down, and then they build you up. They build you up into a unit. They build you do they build you up individually, or you are just a piece of a
You're
whole?
a piece. So you're a piece of a puzzle for the Marine Corps. That's what you are. You're all there. Think of like ants.
Mm-hmm.
So all the ants have their own jobs,
mm-hmm.
and those jobs are to ensure the ant colony survives. It's the same concept.
Well, that makes so much sense. Like how you say that, like it would be almost impossible to reassimilate in civilian life, because civilian life, like a big core strength of being just a person in America is you have your individualism. Like you are an individual. Like you have your own. Like me, I do really weird shit all the time, and like I would, never want to lose that. But at the same time, like I could see how coming back out, you don't have that person anymore. And now, if you are missing from your whole, you almost feel like this absentee puzzle piece that fell under a table somewhere.
100%. So I can tell you, like, and a couple of my buddies agree with me that have gotten out. It's like we no longer have a purpose.
Yeah.
So we had a purpose. Like as infantrymen, we had a purpose. When we weren't deployed, we were training.
Mm-hmm.
When we weren't training, we were in classrooms learning how to do certain things to deploy, call for fire or combat life saving. We were learning stuff. And when we weren't learning stuff, we were all together hanging out, playing Xbox in barracks rooms, or, sitting at the smoke deck or the smoke table and smoking and joking and doing dumb stuff all the time. Or we were all going to chow together, or like lunch. Now I can't eat lunch with other people because I think of like eating lunch with my buddies when I was in the Marine Corps, like every day. Breakfast, we go to PT, then we go to breakfast together. We'd work till noon and we go to chow together. And then we would go home for the day. And when I went home, I could, shift a little bit and I would eat with my wife. But before that, it was when I lived in the barracks, it was we'd go to dinner, chow together, or we'd all get in my truck, because I was the only one who had a truck. We'd all get in my truck and we'd go to Planet Fitness and work out off base. And we would go to Chipotle at, 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. Then come back to base and do stupid stuff until like 1 a.m. and we'd sleep till 4 and then get up in PT. But we did that every single day. Like to the point, some of us didn't like to take leave. Like we wouldn't want to go home. Like I would go home all the time, but I would come home and be itching to go back. Yeah. Every time, like every day, I'd be like, all right, I'm going to go back. A couple times I did. Like I took 2 weeks leave and I was here for like 4 days. I was like, yeah, I got to go back. I forgot I have duty. I didn't have duty. I just went back to go back. Like I just wanted to be back. So, yeah, I understand. Yeah, they make you a cog kind of, but you feel less than when you don't have the other cog pieces together.
Well, like you said, you have no purpose. Like you literally lose your sense of importance the moment you walk off that base. Now, was
100%.
Your base local to you, or was it like you had to drive 5 hours? Or
so I was active duty, so I was at Camp Lejeune, North Carolina.
Oh,
so
okay.
I would say I went to boot camp in Parris Island, South Carolina, and then I went to School of Infantry at Camp Geiger in North Carolina. It's literally right across town from Camp Lejeune. And then I got on a bus from Geiger and I went to Lejeune, and I spent my career at Camp Lejeune in North Carolina.
Now, and you've definitely done plenty of things. We don't really need to get into what you've done throughout your career, but I do remember you. I can't remember if you were telling me this story or you were telling this story, and I thought it was super funny. You were after dinner, you were hanging out with your buddies, and somehow you ended up across, like you were hiding, like you were running through the woods, and you ended up across the camp on the other side, and you were like in your underwear. You're like, yeah, I'm just here doing laundry, sir. I don't know.
Oh,
I was like, oh,
so I was in the fleet at this point. So we were all hanging out in our room. We were all drinking, being stupid. Yeah. And I was just hammered. And we're 3rd Battalion, 6th Marines was, you're not going to know any of these terms, but I'm going to say it. There was L Street, And then there was something called PT Road, which is a really long road. Everyone ran for PT because it was long and, you just ran it. And there was pull-up bars throughout it and O courses. So you could be running. And then if your squad leader is mad, they can make you go do the O course or something stupid. But at the end of that, there's the estuary for the ocean. It's right there. So we were like, oh, yeah, let's go down there. And that somehow got to where PMO was driving around and they were being in my opinion, nosy because they could have just left us alone and they didn't. So we started booking it through the trees and I made it to, it was 9 miles away. We used to run it all the time to where the MPs were at. And I was in my underwear. Well, I was in my silkies. So silkies are just fancy underwear. They look like PT shorts, but they're made of silk. Some people call them ranger panties. And yeah, they're great, dude. They're the most comfortable things in the world. But I made it all the way down there and some guy came in and I just acted like I belonged. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm just doing laundry, sir. It's fine. And he left, and then I booked it back to my barracks room. Yeah. Everybody else stayed and talked, and the MPs were like, hey, yeah, you can just go back. You're fine. You're right there. Just don't stop. You guys can't be in the water when you're drunk. And I just ran because I'm stupid. So, yeah, it's fine. So, yeah, but there's a lot of, stories, stupid stuff that happened. My barracks and my company fought a tank, a tank company that was across from us. Yeah, it was a whole what is that? Role models? You ever seen that where they have the
yes.
the LARPing at the end?
Yeah,
it was like that. We got broom handles. We start beating the crap out of each other, and yeah, dude, it was like an hour-long melee. It was crazy, and then we just yeah, it was next morning formation. Everyone's got black eyes and busted lips. I was still bleeding, and we're all yeah, we're all present and accounted for. Our first sergeant's what happened? They're like, nothing. It's fine.
Nothing like a little live action role play.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, training. It was good training. So, yeah, but see, that's it's funny. I had a customer come in the other day who was in the Marine Corps.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to talking and we ended up being in the same spots in some places. And I was like, yeah, man, or he said, yeah, sometimes I just miss it. And I was like, man, you miss hanging out with the boys and doing stupid stuff and all that, but you don't miss all the bullshit on the other side. Because that's what it is. That's what you miss. But at the same time, I would take that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I would deal with all the stupid crap that higher ups have to deal with that put you through just to do it again.
Yeah. Yeah. So what's it like for you now, on the back end of it? I know you miss it. How are you? And you'll never, like you said, I'm not saying you will never, but you have said, it's very difficult for you to reintegrate. You don't feel like you're reintegrating very well.
Yeah.
As long as I've known you, you've been a totally stand-up dope dude. And you wear your heart on your sleeve. You wear your heart on your sleeve to a point, in our conversations for sure. And I know that you do what you need to do to compartmentalize, but
yeah,
where in that integration process do you feel like you are, give or take?
As much as I'm ever gonna be at this point. Yeah. Okay. So you get a different, because obviously I know you and you're one of my best friends. So you get a different me than everyone else does. I'm a little bit more not as guarded because I'm the same way with Stacy. Mm-hmm. So I'm not as guarded with Stacy. I can feel, I don't know, I don't have to be there, but everybody else, you can ask people that I work with, they're like, oh yeah, he's just real serious all the time. And I am. I'm this is what we need to do. This is what we're doing. Here we go. It's let's go. Let's get it done. And then you guys go do that. That's a task I give you. And then I will separate myself and I will do my own stuff. I'm not super stranger friendly. If I don't know you, I'm not going to be a jerk. At the shows when guys come up and oh, we listen to your show. Cool. We have common ground. But if you're just if I'm let's say I was at the mall and I was looking at, I don't know, shoes. Weird. Yeah. I was looking at shoes and somebody came up to me. Let's say I was in Journeys and I was it'd be great right now, a new pair of Vans. And I'm looking at them and somebody random came up, a worker. I'm hey, can I help you? No.
Yeah.
I'm going to need your help in a minute to get a size. But until I ask for it, just don't talk to me. And that's, I don't know if that's because I wasn't like that before. My mom talks about it all the time. Yeah. Oh, well, Matthew, he could see a stranger on the side of the road and he would just, he'd give him the shirt off his back, which I'm not saying I wouldn't do that. I'm not saying I'm an evil guy now, but I worry about my own now first, Stacy.
Mhm.
I don't know. Like Brad's even said, like I was nicer before I went in the Marine Corps. I wasn't as serious about stuff all the time. Now that's just how I am. I'm not a very nice person to most people. I am to you, Dave,
Yeah.
but I love you, so that's different.
Well,
But
yeah.
yeah.
But that makes sense why you don't answer my phone calls when you're at work. Like totally.
Well,
I'm at work right now. Like,
yeah, I'm gonna say I'm at work.
Matt.
Yeah, I'm about to say. Well, I do the same thing to Stacy. She gets mad because I tell her, I was like, "Don't call me unless it's an emergency."
Yeah.
Like if you have an emergency, like if you have not a non-emergency, you can text me. I'll text you back. But like, don't call me. And then if I don't really know you, and this will like be, I don't know, somebody probably get mad at this somewhere. But if I don't know you, don't call me at all. Like I'm not going to answer the phone because I don't know you well enough to answer the phone. Like we could be acquaintances, and you have my phone number. That's great, man. Since this thing in 2008 came out or 2005 came out called texting, that works. I'm multitasking. I'm doing other things while I'm doing it. It's very rarely am I just sitting doing nothing. I hate watching TV.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't do it unless it's football. Like I'll watch sports.
Yeah. Oh
But,
yeah, you're a big sports guy, but you're a big book guy too.
I'm a huge book guy. Actually, me and Adam Pross.
Yeah.
Like I got him on some book recommendations because of all the books. So I'm an Audible book guy because I don't listen to music a whole lot anymore, which is another thing that I think the Marine Corps did. I didn't really listen to a lot of music, or I listened to a ton of music. I used to go to shows all the time. And when I went in the Marine Corps, like I said, I was so invested in the Marine Corps. I would read books on like leadership, and I got really into military, like even military, like true story books and the military fiction books that were not like weird fiction books. They were just, oh yeah, this unit is trapped by the enemy in Vietnam, or stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I got to the point I went on a deployment. It was a MEU. We had no access to the internet, and we could only bring so much stuff. So instead of bringing like books, I brought my PlayStation because I had like one of those little portable things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it had the screen and stuff.
Yeah.
So we played Madden and crap. But I got Audible on my phone. And since then, that was 2013, 14. Yeah, it was second. Since then, that's all I've done. I've read books on Audible. I don't really read books. Some here and there I do, but mostly it's Audible books. Like this year, I've read 72 books so far this year through Audible. Because I don't listen to music, and I have an hour commute to work. So I listen an hour there. So if a book's 10 hours long, I finish it in a week.
Yeah.
So
you got it there and back. You're done. Yeah. That's awesome.
So yeah, but I'm a book guy. I do like to read. I've always liked to read. Big into military books, military fiction now.
Yeah.
So yeah. I'm about it.
But do you feel that when you get into a good book, or you get, whether it be military or non-book, like, do you feel like you almost can kind of like, I'm going to say this in a way,
I forget who I am. Yeah,
exactly. You escape, like you kind of, you can leave
100%.
Matt behind for a little while. Is that how you're now compartmentalizing things? Is like you're picking activities like reading and stuff to like kind of break.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, reading definitely has always done it for me. Well, since Audible. The reason I don't read books anymore is because my mind can wander when I'm like, I overthink a lot. And I've done that since I was like, I remember I was 14 and I was worried about money. Why? I don't know. I'm stupid. I was worried about money. I had no bills. It's 2004. I had no bills. I had nothing. Like like I said, I had a very good childhood. My parents were awesome. And I'm not saying that to gloat.
No.
Like
it's your truth. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm about to say there's some people at work who didn't have a great childhood, and they would be saying so. I'm about to do the same thing.
Yeah, just pop them, dude. Nobody watches the YouTube.
I lost the flavor.
Yep. I don't have flavor here in California.
Well, I do. This is 9 milligram mint. So, yeah. See, it's another. See, I was gonna say I'm gonna send you some, but I'm waiting for you to say we got those swim baits, man.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I let that go a long time ago. I'm good, dude.
Yeah, my bad. Anyway, backstory for that: when I first met Dave at a show, he was working at the Dark Horse booth, and I was like, "Yeah, man. Oh, I got a bunch of swim baits. I'll send you." And I never did it. So there you go. And I meant to bring them to him again last year, and I forgot, so I never did that. Anyway, they're still in a box downstairs with your name written on the box that says Dave Erkey Swim Baits. They're just sitting there, bro, in a cardboard box. And I was like, I could fit a lot in this box and not pay a lot in shipping. Yeah. So maybe I'll finally send them to you, and I'll throw some cans of
Zimbabwe's in. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude. You know how we talked a couple. This is I love rabbit holes. This is why I miss the show, because people get annoyed by it, and I don't care anymore. Do you know how, like, a couple weeks ago we were talking about like falling asleep with our Zins in and swallowing them?
Yes.
Yeah, I did that last night, but I wasn't asleep. I was laying there and I was talking to Stacy, and I was like, I was tired.
Yeah.
And I was fading. Yeah. And I usually keep this right up here, so the skin, the skin constantly kind of
pushes it down.
It pushes it down, and the skin will shed because it stays there. Because I'll keep them in for like an hour at a time. I know you're not supposed to do that, but like the skin will shed, and so I was like, oh, I just got a little shed, and I was sitting there like moving my tongue, and it was this the whole time, and I just, and I was like, where'd it go? And I was like, oh no, I swallowed it. And I'm sitting there, I was like, yeah. And I just grabbed my can, I put another one in, and then I swallowed that one.
No.
And I was like, oh my God. And so like literally 30 minutes later, I'm sitting there like laying down, going to sleep, and I open my eyes, and it's like I'm hammered. It's like this room spinning a little bit.
Yeah,
I was like,
dude.
oh no, this isn't good. I'm like, I'm dying. I haven't felt like this since 2017. I'm gonna die. I was like, and then I closed my eyes. I said, well, if it happens, it happens. And I just went to sleep. And I woke up and I'm fine. So, it's fine.
Dude,
but anyway, what were we talking? Oh, yeah. So there's somebody at work who like didn't have a great childhood. And they always say, it's like, oh, yeah, this. And I was like, yeah, I can't relate. I had a great childhood. I'm sorry. I don't know anything that you're talking about. But so I pretty much got like whatever I wanted. But I always worried. I was anxious about everything growing up. I think I had an anxiety disorder. And I think I still do to an extent, because I worry about like everything, but it's gotten worse since the Marine Corps. And that's because the Marine Corps, unless you kill someone illegally, you can't get kicked out. You can't just get fired one day.
Yeah.
Your food is always available. Housing's always available. So like, you don't worry about that stuff. You pay for it. It comes out of your check, but you don't see it. So it doesn't count.
Yeah, invisible money. Yeah.
It's invisible money. It's not real.
Yeah.
I live here for free. I just don't make a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. And so since I've gotten out, it's like the same thing. Like it's there, and I think about it all the time. I don't even remember your original question. What was it? We just got that rabbit hole.
Dude, I know. No, I had a whole nother rabbit hole after that too. We were talking about it because I feel like it's almost a negative thing to have a decent childhood. I feel like you're looked at negatively for having a decent childhood. That is a real thing. And I think what it comes down to is everybody's normal is so different that and the way society has been declining in like the past 30 years, 40 years, having two parents still married, well fed,
like we were upper middle class. I went to private school until the 10th grade.
Right.
I went to a private Christian school to the 10th grade, and then I got asked not to come back. Yeah. Because I was a bad kid.
Yep.
And fun fact, the reason me and my buddy Abram continued on to this like same schools is because he also got asked not to come back, and we went to the same career center because that's the only place that would take us.
Yes.
But yeah, so it's like you are looked down. Like if I didn't have my military, like in the Marine Corps, people would just think like, oh yeah, nothing bad ever happened in his life. Yeah. Like it's just like it's oh, your life was so good. You were, because like I said, we were upper middle class. For Christmas, I got a Nintendo 64 the year it came out. Like 3 months after it came out, I got a Nintendo 64. Those were like $400 when they came out.
Yeah. Which is like a grand
old time money. Yeah. I mean, like
old time. We're not that old
time money. We're old enough to where the dollar is not king of the world anymore, my guy. So I'm just saying it used to be. Yeah, I'm about to say, I remember when gas was 75 cents a gallon in 1994. Because it was.
Yeah, I remember. Cigarettes were $1.50, dude.
Yeah, dude. I mean, when I turned 18, I could get a can of dip chew for $1.25 at the gas station up the road. The same can, same flavor, same look. I found an old can and I compared it. Same can. is $4.79 now. That's
What?
dumb. Your life even sucks more because you live in California.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know,
where
no
these
offense,
are like
but
these cans are like $7 and you don't get flavor and whatever, you know.
I buy one get one free at my
Yeah.
gas station. It's pretty good, and it's $3,
Must be nice. Must be nice.
and it's flavored.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
anyway,
Yeah. By the way, everybody, when we're talking about cans, we're talking about nicotine pouches. Like I do the Zins. I used to smoke a lot of cigarettes. Matt's got a can of Velo
me
right
too.
now. I used to smoke a ton of cigarettes, and I quit smoking cigarettes. I had kids and wanted to grow up and be a big boy, so I started doing these little pouches. Like, oh, I'll break down and I'll eventually quit nicotine. I think I'm more addicted to these pouches than I ever was to cigarette. I have well, I can't say
So-
I've never fallen asleep with a cigarette in my mouth because I have,
Oh,
but
yeah, me too.
not every night. You know
No,
what I'm
so
saying?
I'll say I started chewing like chew
Mhm.
real young, like 17. And I chewed from then till last year, like last November, I think. I think it was last November. Yeah, I was chewing like Copenhagen long cut. I chewed Copenhagen long cut natural.
Mhm.
And I chewed from the age of 17 to last year at the age of 34. So like that's all. So, but in the Marine Corps, I would smoke a pack of cigarettes a day because everything smokes, chew. There was pouches, but it was like Copenhagen. This stuff wasn't around yet. Like
Yeah,
here,
no,
it was
yeah,
over
no,
in Europe.
It was
but
like pouches of tobacco back then.
yeah, I'm about to say it
I remember.
was like just pouches. But I would do a can of chew a day and smoke a pack of smokes a day.
Oh yeah.
Till 2016, no 17. My wife let me. She's like, when you get out of the Marine Corps, I want you to stop smoking. I said, okay, that's fine. I quit smoking that day and didn't want another cigarette. Like occasionally, like when I see it on TV, I want to smoke really bad. Like I'll see it and be like,
It looks
I
cool.
want to.
Yeah.
I smoke Cowboy Killers, so I
Yeah.
was like, dude, I really want a Cowboy Killer right now. That would
Yeah.
be great. I would be able to go to sleep and be awesome. But chew, dude, I can't. I've tried to quit these like 3 times. I stopped long cut because my wife wanted me to stop, so I just went straight to these.
Yeah.
I'm not. There's no way. I'll be chewing these until I die. I can't stop. I can't. I've tried.
Yeah. It's a vice, dude. It's my vice. I really don't have much left in vice wise. So like,
Oh yeah, me either.
it's my thing, you know. I don't know. And I've tried to stop a few times, but it's like I realize that I do not have the genuine want to stop. I need that genuine like desire to stop. And until I have the desperation of a dying man like to stop, I'm not gonna, you know.
Yeah, 100%. I'm the same way. I don't want to stop, therefore I'm not going to stop.
Yeah, yeah.
So
my original question was using reading and other things to kind of compartmentalize and escape.
Yeah. So 100%. I read. Like I listen to books on the way to work and to work and from work, and it's partly because of my work. I don't have a real joy in it right this second. So that helps me escape that, but it also keeps my mind from wandering.
Yeah.
Because when I listen to a book, why I like to read so much is just because I have an overactive imagination.
Mm-hmm.
So when I listen to the book, I play a movie in my head of what's going on, which is, that's how I love books, because I can escape. But also, like we've talked about this, I do another thing. So video games are still pretty big in my life. I play video games a lot. And there's a game, I'm sure listeners out there, play it or have heard of it or whatever, if they're in the video game scene. It's called Arma Reforger. It's a military simulator game. Mm-hmm. And I play with a group of people who treat it as like such. So it's like, it's very organized. And so I use that to escape as well. Like it's weird. Like when I talk to you, when I do it, it's like I'm doing it again.
Yes.
Because my mind goes to those tactics and doing that job to fulfill a mission. So yeah, I use escapes to get away from it, because if I don't, I start thinking about it.
Yeah.
And then I'll be irritable. I'll be very short-tempered. I can't think very well. It sucks. Like if I can't escape even for a little bit, I have to find a task to do to focus on the task. Because if I hyper focus on that's at the end of it, I just need a purpose.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, no matter what I'm doing because I'm trying to fulfill a purpose that I no longer have. Mm-hmm. But what sucks is after I get done doing it, I realize I still don't have that purpose. So I mean, it definitely does suck. I mean, that's one reason why I think it's hard for people to assimilate, especially like, again, no shade to non-combat roles, but like when an airplane mechanic gets out of the military, Boeing, for example, recruits right on Camp Lejeune at the PX and the big PX. They have a booth set up and said, "Oh, you're an aircraft mechanic, sign here, and we'll send you through our school." And they have a job right when they get out. Cops, PMO, military police, right when they get out, they can just go be a cop. They're already used to it. Most PMOs are pretty much just like civilian law enforcement. On Lejeune, the MPs work with civilian law enforcement. That's part of the same department. So like they're used to it. They're used to the procedures and all that stuff. Cooks, they can get out and go to a culinary field and they can use all their experience. Okay, there's not a whole lot of civilian activities that are looking for someone who can operate multiple weapon systems and can locate, close with, and destroy the enemy, and can read maps and know how to call in mortars and know how to call in a 9-line Casevac. That's not here. So I get out and immediately everything that I know how to do is gone. I have 32 technical schools that I did in the Marine Corps. I was part of a Scout Sniper platoon, and none of it means nothing. Now, some dudes get out, most infantry guys get out, and they go be cops. I got a degree in law enforcement, and I just didn't want to do it. When I got my degree, it was 2020. Everyone in the United States hated cops. They still don't really like them, but everyone hated cops. And I was like, well, if that's how everyone's going to feel, I'm just not going to do it. Why would I risk my life for people who don't care? And that's like the very,
why would you go from one hated position to another? You go from a globally hated position to a locally hated position. Like what? Why?
Well, it's globally hated, but I didn't care about globally being hated. I really didn't care at all. That meant I was doing my job. Because like normal people here, they were like, "Oh, Marine Corps, we thank you for your service, blah blah blah," all that stuff. I didn't care globally. I just didn't.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
It's Alexa being stupid. Hey Alexa, shut up. I didn't care. See, when I had the show, I used to turn it off. I forgot to turn it off because I don't do this anymore. But
you didn't care about globally being hated.
I didn't care about globally being here because I was doing my job. Yeah. So, and like locally, people liked, which I didn't care about that either, to be honest. Like you see in movies and stuff where like the Chris Kyle movie,
American Sniper,
American Sniper, where his dad talked about the sheepdogs and blah blah. We hated that phrase. Like we weren't sheepdogs, we were just wolves who killed other wolves.
Yeah.
So like, and that sounds like everyone. If you were in and you weren't a combat MOS, you're like, oh man, grunts are egotistical. We were. I mean, I still am. I still think it's the best MOS in the military, bar none. I'll get in arguments with people on it all day. I don't care. But we were wolves who, sometimes sheepdogs are great. They're used to protect people. But sometimes sheepdogs can't go kill other wolves. So you send people who are bad people to do bad things. And that's a phrase you see in some stuff. But I like it. I'm about it. Yeah. So one of the books I was reading when I was in had a phrase called KTF. It's a military sci-fi book. It means kill them first. My whole platoon got patches with that, like with the KTF. We put them on our plate carriers. That's like tight. It's really cool to me. And the other people were like, yeah, you guys are psychopaths. And it's like, yeah, we have to be.
That's our job. Yeah.
That is our job. It's and you get taught to, the Marine Corps, if you get hurt, why a lot of guys have issues with the VA when they get out because they don't talk about when they got hurt. Like me, I didn't talk about when I got hurt. I fell out of a helicopter. The only reason I had to go see a doctor for it and eventually get out of the Marine Corps for it is because I locked up walking back from getting a brief from a lieutenant, and I couldn't move it. I literally locked up walking. My back hurt so bad and locked up. So I had to go do that, and then I got, out of the Marine Corps because I couldn't perform physically anymore. Guys don't talk about it. You're told to change your socks and drink water.
Yeah.
And that's for everything. So the same reason why we have 22 veterans a day who commit suicide, you're told to never talk about it. Yeah. That's why this is like so cold of me to say, but I believe it. The people who are going to do it won't talk about it.
No.
Like
that's
again,
not cold. That's reality. Like that is
just
reality.
how it is. Like we had one of my buddies named Roger Powell, the weirdest little kid on earth, was in the Marine Corps with us. He's really good guy, really great guy. It was not last February, the February before. So it's 2025. 2022. February 22. Was it 22? Give me a second. 21. February 21. I was at work. I was closing, and I got a call from a buddy in the Marine Corps that we're friends, but we're not like close. And I saw his name, and I was like, someone's gone. I said it before, and I was like, what's up, man? I said, what's up? He's like, hey, man, how you doing? I was like, who's gone? And they're like, oh, Pal. I talked to Pal a month before that, acted fine. A couple other guys talked to him, acted fine. But that's the mentality that you're taught and trained. You don't talk about it. You move on with life. And I'm still like that. I think I've been with you when something happened and somebody was saying something. I was like, just get over it, man.
Yep.
Just move on. You can't do anything about it. No point in complaining about it. No point in talking about it. So, I mean, that's how I think. Like, I have to have those escapes, or I will think about it, but I will never talk to anybody about it ever. Like that day when you called me and I talked to you a little bit about it, it's probably the most I've talked about it to somebody that was not in the Marine Corps with me, because they were calling me with a problem, and I was having to use a life experience to explain what I was trying to explain. Other than that, I do not talk about it. No one knows the emotions that I go through, just because there's no point. Because in my head, no one cares. And that's not the truth. You know, my wife definitely cares. If I called you, you would definitely care.
Absolutely.
Brad, I would call Brad. He wouldn't answer. I would call him again. Then he would answer because he hates talking on the phone, and he would.
Yes.
Yeah. But I won't. My mind won't let me do that.
Yeah.
So that's just I have the escapes because I can dump it. I data dump my mind, and I hyper focus on what I'm doing. So.
Yeah, and then what we were talking about in that game, because specifically about that game, it's not necessarily, that's not the escape. That's you getting a chance to romanticize and like relive for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's you basically emotionally opening up somewhere where you're freer than you normally would be in life. Like you said, like you're not going to be walking around talking about this stuff to people. You're not going to be walking around being emotional, like, hey man, how's it going? You're not going to give the shirt off your back to somebody unless they, and I know you, dude. I know you enough to know that no, you would not give your shirt off your back to someone unless you saw them suffering.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, here, dude, let me help you.
Yeah.
But
and I like, if
you're not going to give a homeless dude a t-shirt.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not. And it's Stacy gets mad because I'll see him and be like, you could get a job. I know it's not that easy. I know.
Yeah, it's
to an extent.
Mm-hmm.
To an extent. There are some people that I know just do it because they're crackheads.
Yeah, there's drugs or mental illness, and those two are they're like, okay, man, when you're done, you're done. Well, drugs, when you're done, you can get a job. But mental illness, sometimes that's what it is.
Yeah, it's just how it is. But like, if someone's genuinely suffering, yeah, I'll go help them. Absolutely. Because that kind of fulfills my purpose again. Mm-hmm. It's weird because I'm helping somebody else. Mm-hmm. It's a different purpose, but it's on that same line, I guess, is how my brain corresponds it. But I'm also, I don't know. There's certain aspects where I won't do any. If I see two people fighting, and I think it's fair, fight. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like if somebody's picking on somebody, I'll probably get mad. But if I don't know, two regular people are fighting, just fight. I don't care. Figure it out. I'm not calling the cops. I'm going to walk away, or I'll laugh at whoever gets, their ass beat.
Yeah.
But, at the same time, if it's someone's robbing a store and I'm in there and I'm strapped, I'll probably do something.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah.
It's just how my brain works. I don't know. It's very weird. And I tell people all that all the time. I was like, man, if you really knew how my brain worked, you'd be like, dude, how are you like living? Like, and I'm very free in saying this. Hopefully my mom doesn't listen to this, but I'm very free in saying this. Like if I was not married to my wife, Dave, you would have never met me. So I would either still have been in the Marine Corps somehow, or I would not be here. Just 100%. Just how it is.
Yeah.
Like it's weird to say that. But I don't know. It's just how it is. I'm not upset about it. It's just how it is.
No, dude. I mean, okay. So, I mean, I'm glad I met you. I'm glad you met Stacy because I'm glad we are friends. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm glad we get to do this kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, like, really what it comes down to is that's the cold, hard truth that a lot of people aren't willing to admit, dude.
Yeah.
Like, and that's your truth. And that's not everybody's truth, and not everybody does it. Like,
For sure.
I know a buddy of mine, a guy, Joe. He was on the show. He does his due diligence to like get through his stuff. You know, like he talks and he has therapy and he does his thing. You know, I do therapy. Like a lot of us do. I'm not a military man. I did not go through what you went through by any means, any way, shape, or form. And I'm not trying to say that I'm even equivalent. But what I am saying is like everybody has their own journey and everybody has their own way, like their own
path.
Thank you.
Everyone has their own path in life. I did literally said to somebody the other day who was upset about something. I was like, everyone has their own path, because it was comparing to something like he's like, oh, you did all this. And I was like, dude, don't compare yourself to me. You got your own path to follow.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be the same as mine.
It's not just the path that's different. It's how you choose to walk it.
Yeah. 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so, and I'm not saying you're doing anything wrong by any means. Like, that's not for me to say, you know, but for me to say as your friend is that I'm glad we are friends and I'm glad that we get to talk. And I'm glad that you at least let me in a little bit to know, because the more we talk, the more I get to know you more. Like, the more I love you, bud. And like, you know, I never want you to have those types of that decision on your plate, if that makes sense.
No,
you know?
it makes total sense. Like, it's usually like once someone, all your listeners know more than most people in my life, because I said that. But usually when they hear it, they're like you said, a lot of people can't admit it if they're going through something, and that's in the back of their head. I went through VA therapy. I did therapy through the VA. I did 9 or 10 months of that. It did not help, but I did it because I was required to for a rating that I was getting through the VA. So I was required to go through it so they can make sure I wasn't like BSing.
Yeah.
But it's weird. I'm very comfortable in saying it, and people are like, oh man, that's like not good. Or it's the if you ever do anything like that, I'll kill you, like type of stuff. Like, they don't I think some people have like, when I told Brad that, and he was like, dude, I'm gonna be devastated.
Yeah.
I was like, and that was, you know, it tugged on a string, you know what I mean? But I'm still very comfortable. I'm not like I was then. This was in 2020, 2021, somewhere in there. I finally got the balls to go to the VA and talk to somebody.
Yeah.
And I said it then, and I said it kind of to my therapist. I was like, yeah, if I wasn't married and I had no one relying on me, I can't guarantee anything. There's a good chance I wouldn't still be around. We would have never spoken. It's just how it is. And at the end, he asked me the same thing. I was like, no, I'm still there. Like, nothing. Like, sure, I feel better about talking about some stuff. But at the same time, I'm not a talkative person. So, like, I don't want to talk about it. And I even said, I was like, yeah, I'm still there, 100%. That's still how I feel about it to an extent. And no one knows until they know, if that makes sense. Like, no one knows anything until they know. But my genuine feeling is like, yeah, if I didn't have anyone relying on me, I can't guarantee one way or the other. But I could lean one way harder than the other, if that makes sense.
Right. But just you saying that gives me a sense of confidence that you're doing all right, because you're willing to say that.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like, the guys who do it don't really talk about it. Like, we kind of said that earlier. Yeah. And then on top of that, the fact that you're willing to like be confident in that statement, dude, like it gives me a sense of confidence in you that you are going on you're walking your path the best way you can, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I'm confident in my, at the end of the day, it's all mental health, right? So I'm confident in my mental health to an extent, to where I'm comfortable saying that I don't know. Right. I'm not those people who are like, oh yeah, it could be any day. You know, I make morbid jokes. That's another way that I can push stuff out. Like, a buddy will ask like, oh, what are you getting for lunch? I was like, I don't know. I'm really close to a 9 mil though. Like, just making,
Yeah.
there's I saw a video and it was like, yeah, this weekend I almost went to my favorite amusement park. And he's like, oh yeah, what's that? He's like, down the old Suey slide. And I just cracked up. Like, and I use that now. It's hilarious to me. Like, that's just funny. And some people are like, oh, well, I can't believe you would make those jokes. But at the same time, like, in my original platoon, like, I've lost track of the number who aren't with us anymore because they've done it. Like, I've been around it so much and affected by it, I'm almost like numb to it.
Yeah.
So, but I'm comfortable enough, I think, in my mental health at this point to confidently say I don't know one way or the other if certain things were to align how I would react. Right? I'd have to cross that bridge when I got there, and hopefully I would be smart enough to talk to somebody. Yeah. But I can't promise I would talk to anybody. Like my buddy Rob, he was my manager at Gander before I went to camping, like before it became Camping World. I ran the fishing and hunting department. Mm-hmm. He works in Columbus now, and he used to always tell me, which he still does occasionally, he's like, yeah, if I ever find out Stacey leaves you, I'm going to kidnap you and bring you to my house, and I'm going to lock you in my basement. Mm-hmm. Because it's the same. He's like, I just don't know. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I don't know either, man. I have no idea. I don't have any worry of Stacey ever leaving me. Yeah. But
dude, and honestly, like,
it's weird.
In today's day and age, we're gonna talk about this real quick. I've had multiple friends commit suicide. I'm in a recovery community a lot. It just happens. It happens. It's just you get kind of numb to it, like you said, to a point. That doesn't take away the sting by any means of when it does happen or the surprise. And none of that. No. And for us to be talking about this, we are talking about this, and nobody is talking about this. Everyone says, "Oh, suicide sucks. It's dumb. It's a selfish way to go." There's a lot of things that lead up to that, and not talking and not. I say this all the time, Matt. You've heard me say this many times. Check in on your strong friends. Check in on your strong. The guy who never has anything going wrong. Check in on him. Like stuff like that. Like,
I feel like that's why you call me all the time.
No,
I'm not joking.
What? No, I call you to check in with you because you're my friend, not to be checking. Are you alive? Are you on the ledge? No. We end up just bullshitting anyway.
That is true. Like 100%.
Yeah. So no, check in on your strong friends. Now I call my friends. I just call my friends. I call my friends and say, hey man, how are you? Like, tell me what's going on in your life right now. Just to check in on people, just because I love my friends. But for the people who out there who are either overly sensitive to this right now and are hurting because we're talking about suicide and that's close to you or not, check in on your strong friends. Like, don't make it a cycle. And if you don't like how we're talking about it, I'm sorry. This is how me and Matt talk, and this is how it's going to continue. So,
like you say, like it. What's weird for me is, I guess maybe it's happened so much. I wouldn't say the sting and the surprise isn't there anymore. I'm not surprised because it's been one guy who's pretty much called the last couple. So if I see his phone number, I'm not surprised. Yeah. Like, I'm prepared, and it's weird. The sting's there, but it's not a sting anymore. Mm-hmm. I'm mentally prepared for what he's going to tell me. And it'll be like another hit that I just move on. Like, I took it to the plate and I'm just going to keep moving. My plate's still good.
Yeah.
Like, my chest hurts because I'm going to have a bruise, but I'll be all right. Like, and I can, it's weird. And it feels like, I thought about it when the last time it happened, it feels selfish because I'm not like, oh man, like I'm like, oh, that sucks. I'll go to work the next day.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed. It's just, and some people do it like that. I mean, I've got buddies who are like that too. They're like, I'm not surprised when I get the call anymore. We'll add another name to our bracelet and we'll move on. Like, I'll get a new one. This is like my 5th one, and it has like 9 names on it. If it happens again, I have no more room here. I have to get it on the inside now. And I will order another bracelet, and I will get it, and I'll look at it when I get it, and I'll remember, and I will never take it off. This has been on, unless I'm showering, this has never been off for a full day since 21 when I got another name etched into it. So like, yeah.
That's awesome. Like, that is a great way to do it. Like, to be honest, like, there's
remembrance bracelet.
Yeah. I never heard of one, so I don't know if that's a military thing or not, but that's
so it's
really
not
cool.
I saw them, like, that's all it is. It's just little band that has like mine's all scratched
Just
up.
a metal
and, like,
band.
I wear it, but it's a metal band and it has their names on it and stuff like that. And I wear it on the inside. I saw them before I went into the military. Some guy had it, and there was a big like thing around. People would get them for MIAs from Vietnam.
Okay.
And there was an organization out there that would sell them, and it was a GI's name who never came home, and it was to remember the Vietnam soldiers never came home. Because when they came home or they didn't come home, there was such a stigma on them. The whole country was against the war, and that's ultimately, in my opinion, why we lost the Vietnam Wars. But whatever, we're not talking about that. So, but when I got in the Marine Corps, you see them all the time, right? Because we had been in a conflict since 2001, pretty steadily. So you'd like all my seniors had them, and then it's weird. Just one day they're so prevalent at the PX. There's a booth like at a mall that makes them right there, and you can go that day and get them. So like you get back from a deployment, and you would see a line, and guys would get them. And just one day, I just got one.
Yeah.
That's just how like you just get one. And now if I see them, you can usually tell because they're like black. Cops get them, firefighters get them. You see them, but you can see it, and it's like it's almost like a stranger, and you have a brotherhood that you didn't know because you both have one, so you both experience maybe the same thing.
A common struggle. You know what I'm saying? Like two people that can relate on basically. People relate more on struggle than they do on like positive things. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. So to be able to see that bracelet out in the wild or something like that, I feel like you'd almost have like like you said, like an instantaneous brotherhood with somebody, even though you don't really know them. You're like, I'm there with you. Dude.
Like it's led to conversations like with that one guy. He was wearing one. I was like, oh, were you in? And he was like, he looked at mine. He's like, oh, were you in? I was like, yeah, I was in the Marine Corps. He's like, yeah, me too. And then it just went into a conversation. And those are like whenever Marines, I were talking to them at the store or they're buying something and we somehow get on the subject. That's also an escape. It's weird, but it's odd because I've tried to go to like the VFW and I can't do it.
Like,
can't do it.
You guys start talking about old times, or you guys just ask each other how you're really doing, or
no? We just talk about I've never had someone ask me. I have had someone, but they worked for like a veteran organization. They weren't ever in. Or they were in, but they were like a pogue or something. Like they're just which is good. They're doing a good job. They're doing a good thing. I just don't care enough to talk about it. But when it's like Marines, we'll talk about, oh, where were you? Oh, I was here. Oh yeah, I was through there this one time. And oh, were you at Lejeune the whole time? Oh no, I was at 29 Palms. Oh yeah, man, I went out there to train for my workups on my deployments. The place sucks. He's like, yeah, it sucks really bad. Luckily I didn't have to train there because I'm from there. Blah 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 blah. Like, and you just talk about your experiences, which is cool. That's like a little escape too, because that brotherhood's formed. That's the one thing I think that is missing the most is the brotherhood of. I mean, I woke up, I worked out with my friends. Yeah. Like I said earlier, worked out with my friends, and I hung out with my friends all day long, doing cool stuff, like blowing stuff up and shooting guns. It was cool and fun. And then that just stops. Like, it just stops. I mean, that's okay. It is what it is. It's life goes on.
It's wild though. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's super wild to talk about this with you, just because like I only know you from what I know, like from our relationship, And yeah, I did lie. Yeah. I lied. I did call in and check on you like a couple times. Yeah, just
fine.
To be like,
that's fine. I'm cool with that. It's all right.
Because I hadn't heard from you in weeks, and I was like,
so I'll do that too.
He's ghosting like the chat.
I'll ghost. Well, yeah, I've always been the ghost in the Instagram chat, but I'll do that too. I won't call anybody. I do it with Brad, which is like people like Brad said that before. He's like, yeah, you just won't. Like it was on the show like a year or two ago. He's like, yeah, I just won't hear from Matt for like a week or two. I just do that. I won't text anybody. I won't talk to anybody at all. Like at all. If I'm friends with you at work, I'll talk to you because I'll see you every day at work. But I'll just talk to you. I won't like, oh, you want to go to dinner? No, we'll go home. And it's just weird. It's like, people who are alcoholics.
Yeah.
You and me, the people go on benders. I'm the same way. Like I'll go on a depression bender where I will not talk to anybody for 2 to 3 weeks. I won't text them. If you don't text me, I promise I will not text you. I will not call you. If you don't call me, and if you do call me, there's sometimes I don't even answer your phone call.
Yes.
Now, I'm never doing it to be rude. Like if I'm at work, I'm at work. If I say that, I don't lie.
Yeah.
Because I think there's been a time you called me like, hey man, I don't feel like talking right now. And just how it is. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. I just don't feel like talking. I don't want to be on the phone. If you want to text me, sure. But if you don't, I'm not gonna reach out. I'm a bad friend. I've said that before. I'm a bad friend with that. I don't reach out. I don't think about it because I get into that just headspace where I go chow to chow to chow. That's how it was in boot camp. It's how you get through boot camp. You wake up, you get hazed in the morning, you go to breakfast. You go to classes and get hazed till lunch. And you go to classes and PT and get hazed till dinner. And then you're done for the day. You go to dinner, you go back, you get hazed a little bit, and you get your hour of free time, and you go sleep. And you don't get touched for, 8 hours. They can't haze you or anything because you're sleeping. So you go chow to chow. That's how I make it through every day. I wake up, I eat breakfast or I go to work, I eat breakfast like a granola bar. There's breakfast chow. I get to lunch chow, which is between 11 and noon. And if I don't eat between 11 and noon, I get annoyed because my whole schedule's screwed. Yeah. And then I make it from lunch till I get home at dinner. And then I have from dinner till I go to sleep, my free time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's how.
And honestly, like when you say you get in these depressive states, like I just want to be clear, like to not between you and me, because you and me have cleared this up many a times. Like, it's not something you are choosing to do. You're choosing to not communicate, which is a healthy thing. Because you told me, you're like, man, I don't really feel like talking right now. Like, I'm not in a good place. And I respect it. Like, I'm like, cool, dude. I respect that. I'm here for you if you need me. I don't know what else to do for you, so I'm gonna give you your space, and you hit me up when you can, and I'm not sweating it.
I don't choose for it to happen. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what I was diving into. That's what I wanted to dive into just for a minute. How did this come about? Like, you just wake up and you're like, nope, my left eye is twitchy. I'm not good now. Or is it
sometimes
thing?
So it could be a memory thing that's happened, or I'll get stuck in a thought and I will think about it. You know how there's always like there's the memes and stuff you'll see. It's like, remember that one time you did something super embarrassing in 7th grade?
Yeah.
And then you get like hyper fixated thinking about that when you're trying to go to sleep, and it's the memes like just staring at the ceiling.
Yeah.
So I'll get hyper.
Me trying to sleep, my brain at 3 a.m. Remember the 3rd grade?
That one where you farted in class or something like that. The same thing will happen. It's just much more serious than that. And I'll get hyper fixated on that memory, and I will think about that at all waking hours for weeks. Because I don't dream. I average 4 to 5 hours of sleep a night, and I have since like 2015.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we talked about that. Neither one of us dream. So
I would say I don't like, they say everyone dreams, you just don't remember them. I don't dream. I don't think I dream, because they say if you don't remember them, your body will react. I react the same way every single morning. So I'm either having the same dream or I don't dream. And I don't think I dream. So, but I'll get stuck. I'll get hyper fixated on that, which is weird. When I do get hyper fixated on those memories, I will dream, and it'll be that memory. That's all it'll be. Like, it's waking moments, and when I sleep, it's that too. I'll relive it, or I'll relive it in worse scenarios. Like something worse could have happened instead of what the bad thing that already did happen. And then my mind will wander, and to where I can't listen to books. I have to put, because the only music I listen to is metal. So I will put that on, but I'll put it like, your dial goes up to 30. It will be at 29. Mm-hmm. It'll be so loud, and I have to open the windows. Every window of my truck's open. I'm going 78 miles an hour instead of my normal 72. Like, I'm trying to drown out everything just with sound. Mm-hmm. And I'm not paying attention to anything that's going on. I'm just there and chilling. And it'll be like that for like weeks. And then I'll get to work, and it'll affect the work. I'll zone out, and it is what it is. I don't choose to get in it, but the only way I know how to deal with it is to do nothing. Let it run its course. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to go out of my way to talk to anybody else about anything, because I'm not going to be able to focus on anything that you're talking about. I'm going to forget to text you back. That's happened to you like multiple times. You'll text me, and then I just won't text you back for like days. And then I'll pick up the conversation again.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
because
yeah.
I've either got an hour of clarity or hour or two of clarity that I was like, oh yeah, I forgot to text Dave, and I'll text you, and then it'll happen again. I just won't text you back, and it'll happen.
Yeah.
So, you know, that happened. It started happening a lot more this year, which I think played into the catch because I lost interest in doing it, like all interest. I didn't want to do it anymore. I didn't like it. Same thing with fishing to an extent. I mean, I haven't had the itch to go. Like sometimes I do,
Yeah.
but then it goes away quick. So I was like, you know what I could do? I could go home and do nothing. Because that's just depression. It just makes you not want to do anything.
Yeah.
And that's just how it is. So,
Yeah.
you know.
And then the longer you're inside, the stronger it gets. Like that's kind of
100%.
the whole
Yeah.
thing, you know, the catch-22 about it. But have you, like, because we're bringing it up, or you brought it up, like fishing as an escape, was that an escape for you at any time? Like
For a really,
that,
really long time, yeah. That's
how
all.
did you,
That's
how did fishing become an escape for you? Like, what was your mental game in that? You just shut down and focused on the fish, or how'd that work?
yeah. So even now, like I don't. Let's say it was nice. I was off, and my kayak was in my truck.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't want to go until I got in the water, and then my body changes. Like, oh, you're here, enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
So then I could hyper focus on fishing, and I'm cool with it. But it's the workup. So essentially, I got out of the Marine Corps, and I was going to school Monday through Friday because I was knocking out classes as much as I could. In the afternoons and evenings, Monday through Friday, I worked at Fairborn City Parks, and I mowed grass with my dad. Saturday and Sunday night, 7 to 7, I worked at Fairborn Jail. And I worked in a jail that had no windows or outside light or anything. I think that fed into a little bit too.
Oh yeah.
And I had no hobbies. I worked all day every day. Went to school after I got off work at 3, and I'd go to school or I'd come back home and do online school until like 7 or 8. Go to sleep. Wake up at 5. Go to work. Do the same thing. And then Saturday, wouldn't do anything in the morning, except I would stay up all night Friday night because I had to, and I'd go to sleep at like 9 the next morning, and I would sleep, which is weird. During the day, I can sleep as long as I want. It's very odd, but I don't know if it's because it's light outside and I'm not worried. I don't know. But I would sleep till like 4 or 5. I'd wake up. I'd eat my breakfast with Stacy, and then I would go to work from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. at the jail. And I worked alone. There's one CO with inmates. So I would be alone from 7 to 7.
Mm-hmm.
Can't do anything. So I'd sit there and I would book people in, and I was allowed to watch YouTube on my computer at work. So if I didn't have any psychos in the front tank that said they were going to hurt themselves because they just wanted to go to county, I could watch YouTube videos. So I would do that for 8 hours a day at night. And then I'd come home. I'd stay up till 9. I'd go to sleep till 3 Sunday, go to work, get off work at the jail at 7, drive from the police department to the park 1 mile away, change out of my uniform pants for the jail, put jeans on, put different boots on, and put my orange city work shirt on. And I would mow till 3, and then I'd go to school. So I did that from 2018 to 2020. And then COVID hit and the jail shut down because of COVID. Everyone was just going to county, and they weren't arresting people for anything. The parks weren't bringing anybody back. So then I started working at Gander part-time. And then I got a full-time job there, and I've been with the company since then.
Yeah.
So it's
2020 kind of kicked you into fishing, or because you had extra time, or
that's what I was getting to. Yeah. So 2020 COVID kicked me into fishing because I didn't have a job. Mm-hmm. I worked at it was before the jail fully shut down. So I was still working my 2 days a week at the jail, but I was trying to find something to do. So I was fishing a lot more. And while I was in school, I was also getting the VA pays you to go to school when you get out, because they want to see you like the government GI Bill. They want to see you not be like first sergeants say all the time. They don't want to see you in a van down by the river.
Yeah.
So they were like, I was getting paid. They paid for school, plus they pay you a stipend to live off of. So I was getting that, plus my disability, plus working 2 jobs, to going to where I lost my school because I graduated. I had my disability still, but I lost my main source of income, my 5 days a week job. Mm-hmm. So I was kind of in the dumps. And I was like, you know what? I fished a lot in the Marine Corps with buddies on base, because it was brackish water then, but we were catching drum and stuff down in North Carolina. I was like, I'm gonna start fishing again. I still have my old stuff from Marine Corps, so I went down and I found that, and I found some stuff when I was a kid, and I would go fish, just not sit at home all day. And then started working at Gander, and I started running the fishing department. So now my job is fishing. So I have to hyper focus on fishing because that's my job. I'm selling rods and reels, and I'm suggesting lures. So I have to go feet first back into it. So Brad, kayak fish a ton, bought a kayak, and then I just started fishing with him twice a week, every week. And then up to this year, and then this year hit, and I was just like, no. I've just been in that funk. Yeah. It's just weird. If I force myself to go, I'll enjoy it. But it's just the forcing myself to do it. And I've just been taking the easy route out, which, I mean, you know, I'm tired a lot. Work sucked this year. So it's, you know, yeah, it's a double-edged sword sometimes with it, but you know.
So I take away a couple things. First one's the joke thing is we got to talk to Stacy into getting you a trailer so you can just have your kayak ready and hooked up. All you got to do is back your truck up and then leave so you can go fishing.
So I do have a trailer. I just have nowhere to put it. I have a storage unit with a trailer with 4 kayaks on it. So like, but I have to drive to the storage unit, which is New Carlisle. It's 15 minutes away. And then I was like, well, there's another step I have to do. And I just don't feel like doing it. And it's part lazy, which I haven't been lazy in forever. And this year I've just been lazy when it comes to it.
Which brings me to my next thing. Like, okay, I'm not telling you have to get back into fishing. I'm your bud. Like, I'm not gonna be like, you have to fish, you know, because I mean, dude, some days I don't want to go fish. I don't go fish. It's just what it is. There's a lot of days where I want to go fish and I can't go fish. It's just how it goes. But as your friend, dude, and like you going through all of this, like this year has been super heavy for you, work and depression and stuff like that. As your friend and as a like, this is for everybody else, not just for you and me, but like, how can I be there for you more? Or is there anything that I can do besides move to Ohio to be there for you, to like help you through this, you know? Cause like you said, you don't talk about it. There's a lot of guys who don't talk about it. You're going through a lot. A lot of guys are going through a lot. They don't want to talk about it. How can I help you?
So, you know how you said earlier, it's why you can't stop doing Zens. You don't want to.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. It's not that there's probably nothing you can do, because I'm sure there is. But it's the fact that I don't want it. I don't want help. Like Stacy gets mad at me. Stacy's done so much just to put up with me day in and day out in my life. But like I get mad when people help me if I don't ask for it, which I never ask for it. Like to the point, like at work, people, if I'm doing something and it's like physically stressful for me to do, people will watch me suffer and struggle before they help unless I ask them to, because I'll get mad. I'll be like, I didn't ask you for help. Get out of the way. I know what I'm doing. It's fine. I'll do the same thing. So unless I ask for help, I promise there's nothing anyone can do.
Right. Okay.
Because I'm not going to ask for it. And that's not like I don't think you could help. You probably could, but at the same time, my pride probably is not letting. It will never let me ask for it until I get to a dying man moment.
The desperation of a dying man.
The desperation of a dying man. I could see maybe then, but I'm not to that point, and I haven't been to that point yet. So I'm gonna sit here and try to figure it out myself, which never works. But I'm gonna do everything I can to make it work until it doesn't work.
Fuck this thing.
I'm gonna do everything I can. I'm gonna yeah.
Well, you know that I'm here for you, and
of course I do.
You know, yeah. So
I've never not known.
Yeah.
So like Brad's the same way. Brad doesn't talk about his feelings like ever, and that was because of how he was, like, just how I witnessed. Now I could be completely wrong, but just from me outside looking at him, he doesn't really talk about his stuff either. I tell Brad all the time, I was like, man, you would have been fine in the military. You've been fine in the Marine Corps, like, because you'll do what people ask you to do, and you don't care.
Yeah,
like you'll just do it. So he would have been fine because he does the same thing. If there's something going on, he will not talk about it, or he'll say, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. So, like, Brad would help if I asked. You would help. Brad would be here tonight. If I called you and said, hey, man, I really need you, I guarantee you would try to find a flight to get to here, and you would be at my house with an Uber, and you could be down to your last dollar, and your wife could be yelling at you. You'd still be here in a heartbeat. And, you know, I don't have a lot of that, which is great. I'm glad I do have it, right? I have the options out there. but it goes back to, it's like my pride. I'm not going to ask until I have the desperation of a dying man.
Yeah.
Because it's just how it goes. It's just, I don't want to be a failure, because if I fail the mission, I'm not any good. So I will keep fighting on and do what I can to kill whatever's trying to kill me first. So,
dude, I love it. I mean, I love it.
yeah.
It's not the way I would attack anything, but hearing you say that, like, I love it. If anybody else said that, I'd be like, bro, we need to talk, bro. Like,
yeah,
talk,
yeah.
You know.
Hey, also, if you are like one of the ones who watch the video and you see me bite my fingers, I don't like talking about this stuff, so I'm antsy.
Yeah.
So don't think too bad about me, but I'm chilling. But anyway, yeah, no, I think normal people. That's why I say all the times, like, I'm not normal. There's been people like, again, Stacy. She's like, I wish I could be like you. I was like, no, you don't. It's not enjoyable. Like it's yeah, the bad stuff, it doesn't bother me as much, but the good stuff doesn't bother me as much either.
Yeah.
Like that it's not a one-way street where, oh yeah, the bad's not bad and the good's still good. It's the bad's not bad and the good's not that good.
Yeah, it's a
Just
pendulum.
how it is.
Yeah, it swings both ways.
Yeah, it goes both ways. And if you're numb one way, you're probably gonna be numb the other way.
Yeah.
And that just, it's just how it is. Part of that, when I went through the VA stuff, man, I haven't ever talked about this to like anybody. But part of that, the VA stuff, was I can no longer feel empathy. I can't empathize with other people because I've seen too much bad to where if something's happening to somebody, be like, hey, it could be worse.
Yeah.
Like, you could be a little girl in a country who gets stoned for reading past the age of 10. I've seen that. Like, your life's not that bad. It could be worse. And is that the way to go? No. But I can't feel empathy like that anymore. I cannot empathize. So like when Stacy is having a problem, I can give you a solution.
Yes. Yep.
I can give you the solution, but I can't feel the pain or the frustration or the anger or the sadness. I can't feel that because I have the solution. You just don't, and then I get angry. You don't want to listen to the solution. You just want to complain about it.
Yeah.
So if you're not going to, and then my favorite phase, which she hates, she's like, you should get this tattooed. If you're going to complain about it and not try to fix it, stop complaining about it.
Yeah.
You're not actively trying to fix it, so don't complain about it. Same reason why I don't complain about my job a whole lot. I'm not really actively trying to fix it.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to deal with it.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I mean, it's,
Do you ever have the conversation? Has she popped this one on you? I just need to vent right now, and you just need to listen.
You need to not give me a solution and just listen. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I've got that about 100 times. And I say, I can't do that. If you tell me my job, my mission in life now is to make sure everything in your life is perfect.
Yep.
That's what I want. You want it. You don't need a want for anything. You don't need to worry about anything. I'll fix it. So if you have an issue, I'm going to fix it. I can't just listen to it. If I can find a solution, I'm going to fix it. Yes. Well, I don't want that. I just want you to listen. Okay, I can't do that. It's just how I'm wired. I am wired to fix your problem.
Yep.
When I hear other people, as a store manager in a retail or any leadership position, half of your job is doing what your company wants and fulfilling the mission. The other half is being a therapist and listening to people complain about stuff.
Yeah.
And if you're going to complain to me, I promise I'm going to fix it. I'm going to give you the out. Oh, well, I just don't make enough money. Just stop eating out. You order DoorDash 3 times a week. Stop it. What do you know? There's $60 now you have extra.
Yep. And that was one burger. Yep.
And that, you have to say, you're like, it's, I can fix your problem. So don't complain to me if you don't want a solution.
Yep.
So yes, I have got that phrase, but that's just how it is. Because I can't sit there and be with you in your feelings. Because I'm probably not feeling it.
I'm not going to cry with you. But you can put your head right here. And then when you want the answer, I'm your man.
Yeah, 100%. It's just how it is. I'm going to get the facts that you're giving me, and I'm going to form a solution from the facts. And you're either going to do it, or I'm going to get angry that you're not going to do it, because it makes no sense not to do it, because I have the solution. I'm not a know-it-all, but I have common sense. And most things in life can be fixed by that. So...
Oh, I love it. I love it. So, okay, we're going to jump back a little bit more. So you get into fishing and kayak fishing with Brad. Brad's already doing he started the, what is it? The the Bass Chaos Wieners or whatever his podcast was.
Oh, the original one.
Yes. I just had a wieners in there because I talked to Brad and he likes wieners. So
he does. He's a gay. He is. Anyway, so yeah, he started with that. I've never been a huge. So I'll tell you, so I listened to your show.
Mm-hmm.
When I was doing our show, when I was on the Paddle and Fin Network,
mm-hmm.
I never listened to a single podcast. You know what podcast I listen to? I listen to this podcast that Stacy listens to that has the dude from The Office. It's a horror podcast. I don't remember what it's called, but it has Dwight from The Office as the narrator.
Yes.
And I listen to that with her, and those stories are interesting.
Yeah.
Do I think any of the ghost stories are real? No, because if ghosts were real, we'd probably all be dead. They're not. Sorry, that's not how it works. Just like aliens. If you believe in aliens, I think you're dumb. Because if aliens were real and they could make it here, guess what? You wouldn't be here because we would be farm food. But anyway.
What if they're just letting us grow?
They're not. They're not. No one goes across the galaxy to let something grow. They come to take stuff.
Right.
I'm just saying.
All right.
I'm just saying. But anyway, what was I talking about?
Podcasts.
Yep, I don't listen to them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. It's hard. Like I said, I'll listen to your shows, but even with your shows, don't take offense to this. I will listen to parts and bits of them. Like I'll listen to them until my brain's like, you know what sounds really good right now? That book you've been listening to, and I'll go back to my book.
Yeah.
But like all of them, Tackle Talk, great dude. I see him every time I go to a Dragons game. He's there. I talk to him because he works there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's great. And I love him. And I love all those podcast guys. I do not listen to their shows. Any show I've ever been on, I don't listen to it at all. At all. When I was on Armando's show, when we were on Paddle and Fin, never listened to Armando's show. Never. Well, like once or twice. But yeah, most shows, unless I'm on it, I promise I'm not going to know about it.
Yeah.
Unless Brad tells me about it, then I'll go listen to that part. And that's just how it is. I don't know. Podcasts don't get on me, but I like talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to lead and I like to teach.
Mm-hmm.
So I had filled in with Brad he had done that show on whatever gayness he was on. And then he went to Paddle and Fin and he got his show with somebody else. And he had to stop being a co-host for a little bit of time, like his co-host. So he was like, hey, do you want to be a guest co-host? I was like, yeah, that sounds awesome. Oh, he had me on the show to talk about JDM and Japanese tackle first.
Yeah.
And then so I started talking about that. And then he was like, hey, do you want to be like a guest co-host while he's out? I was like, yeah, that'd be great. And it was just talking fishing. Yeah. And teaching people techniques. And then it was part of the Paddle and Fin Network. It was the Final Cast.
Yeah, that's when I started listening to you guys. But yeah, continue.
Yeah, that was a product-based show. So we had all the big names on, and we were talking about new products and products we like to use, and we had those companies on, and everyone was real receptive of me and Brad. And the guy had didn't want to be a co-host anymore, and Brad's like, hey, do you want to do it full-time? I was like, you know what, man? That sounds freaking awesome. So I did, and I did it, and it was cool talking to people. And then we started our own thing, mm-hmm. which was not just products. We were teaching techniques and doing all that stuff and getting really interesting people on. I mean, Matty Wong, and Taku, and all those. It's just really cool to talk to them and stuff. And it was cool because I got to teach and talk about something that I was hyper focused on outside of it. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't like work. It was like just an extension of what I enjoyed to do. It was a hobby. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it was great. Great entry into it. Really easy.
Dude, and you guys, it was based around a river smallmouth show, but I loved listening to you guys every week because I'd do that stuff out here. I'm like, all right, cool. It doesn't just have to be for river smallmouth. And sure enough, it wasn't. Half the techniques that you guys are talking about, I'm like, I'll try it on this mucky pond. And it works. I'm like, okay, well, sick, yeah. Look at these two, I was like, this is awesome. But then I got to meet you guys at Columbus because of that Final Cast show. I heard Brad's voice or something. I'm like, oh shit, I know that voice. And then we started talking, and you made me an offer I could not refuse, and then never pulled the trigger. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, shut up.
And then and then we just became friends, dude, after that. And like it's been really cool. Like, and it happened organically. It wasn't like we shook hands and the skies aligned. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
we
it
just
happened. It happened over time.
Yeah.
To where it started, like we started talking more and more, and at one point I was like, "Man, this guy texts me a lot. Like this is weird. Like I don't even really know you that well." And then like the next day it clicked, and I was like, "This guy's like one of my best friends.
Yeah,
this is great." Yeah, because I remember when me and Brad, because Brad was like, I was talking to him, and I was like, "What if Dave had his own show?" Because you had been on the show a couple times by that
yeah.
point.
I had to fill in for Brad once, and you and me ran it. And...
yeah, you and me, and it was after that I was like, "You should have your own show." And I'm really glad that happened, because you're kind of keeping the catch name alive, because our sticker's still down there in the corner, and I like to see it.
Right down there. You know what's funny? You want to see something cool? Everybody in the YouTube, you're going to enjoy this.
You still have the other overlay. Yeah.
I've been rocking that until 2 episodes ago. I've had that until 2 episodes ago. Brad was like, I'll make you a different one. I'm like, I don't care. I just let you know.
Yeah, Brad made that one too. Like I try to make some Canva stuff, and it looked like I don't know, like the short bus candidates making it.
Yeah,
I was like when I would put videos up, I'd make Canva. I was like, yeah, that's really cool. And Brad's like, I'm gonna redo it. It looks like crap. I was like, all right, man, you can suck a bag of dicks.
Yeah,
because
dude.
I tried my best.
I'm in there with you. Like, I feel stupid. I'm glad computers exist, because if I had to handwrite all my contracts for work, they'd be in crayon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It would just be a red crayon. Here you go. Like, just it looks so horrible.
Yeah,
But...
like I can do technical stuff on a computer, but when it comes to creativity, it ain't my wheelhouse.
No. I can't do either, actually.
Yeah, well, you know,
but
I can use Excel.
I got this great mustache.
You do have the mustache
and the gift of gab, which I have. Some people say I have the gift of gab. Other people say I have the silver tongue of Satan. It depends on how you want to look at it. You know, either way,
yeah,
I can talk.
I'm told I have the silver tongue of Satan, so I can sell anyone anything. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. I refuse to sell like vehicles because I would be too good at it.
Oh yeah.
Like, and I would feel bad. I would. I could sell a beater to like a grandma and be like, "You're gonna love it." When in reality, the 95-year-old grandma would probably outlast the car. That's how bad it is. But I could do it.
Yeah.
Because I just am able to do that stuff. But anyway, you were saying.
Well, I was just saying, dude, like, anyways, you were saying, dude, so where are you at now? Like, I know we talked about that a little bit in the beginning, but like, where are you at? Are you thinking about like trying to venture slowly back into fishing, or are you just kind of just taking a break from life, or what are you thinking?
I'm kind of in between those two things right now. Like I'm out of season. It's going to start slowing down. Like, it's already started. I'm getting less traffic every day at work, and I'm finding more time to where I'm just like, I've done all my stuff. I could really not be here. So I'm probably going to start. Like I said, I'm in between. I'm kind of in a twilight zone, if you will, between going back. Because when I go back to fishing, I'm going to dive back into it. It's just how it is. I have to do it 2 feet.
Yeah. You got a brand new Sholey.
I do. That's only seen water like 4 times. So when I do it, it's going to be like, that's all I'm going to do. And people are going to know because the Instagram will explode.
Yeah.
Like it'll like, that's how you'll know. I probably won't even tell you. You'll just know. Cause you'll be like, oh, Matt posted like 9 pictures today. Oh man, Matt's posting about this new reel he just bought. Didn't he just start fishing like 2 days ago? And that's what's going to happen. Like, it's going to be like, I need all new gear now. But it's a weird place to be. Cause like, I want to start doing it again, but I'm still on that mode where I come home from work's so slow that I'm not having to worry about what's going to happen tomorrow, what mess is going to be created, because there's not enough going on to make the mess. So I can kind of relax and chill a little bit. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I want to get back into it a little bit. And, on top of that, there might be a return of something else by the end of the year. We don't know yet, but we've talked about it a couple times. So we'll see. We'll see. It depends on how both of us are feeling. Brad's about to welcome a little girl into his life.
Yeah.
So that'll be the ultimate test. of if it's still there, and it'll be the ultimate test if I've got back into fishing or not. I mean, it's what sucks so bad is I see this stuff all the time, and when I see it, I was like, man, I really wish I could go fish. But then I get around to all right, I got time to go fish. And I'm like, you know what sounds great? Not leaving the house. So I'm still there. I'm still there.
Yeah.
I think I'm closer now than I was, just because I have more time.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's I'll just be honest with your question is I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be back into fishing really soon, or it might be another couple months. Who knows? Next time I might fish, I might be in a dry suit,
dude.
So I've got it. So
yeah. Speaking of which, those things are expensive. I looked at them. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I didn't get one until I got on the NRS team. Because that's the only way I was getting one, because I wasn't spending $1,200 in dry suit. No. They're expensive. You can get semi-dry suits for cheaper. There's a couple really good ones. Brad has a lot of experience with them, so message him with the semi-dries.
Yeah.
And they work really well. I wouldn't think you out there really need it.
No. I'm a pussy. So.
Oh, okay. Well, me too. I hate being cold.
Yeah, I hate being cold. But we get down into the 30s out here, air temp, sometimes down to the 20s, but the water is pretty stagnant, so it doesn't go like where you guys are in your river where it's constantly moving. Like we do have rivers, and those rivers are cold as hell. But the stagnant water, like the reservoirs and all that kind of stuff, they're year-round cold, but they're it's nothing like what you guys have to deal with. Like I don't have ice on the water. I don't have to deal with snow.
So I'll tell you we'll talk about fishing a little bit on this podcast. Mm-hmm. I'll tell you that it doesn't matter if you have ice and it gets as cold here. If your reservoirs and whatnot, if you get in the air tips of 30s and your reservoirs are in the 50s, okay, you're still going to get hypothermia.
Oh yeah, for
if
sure.
Your reservoirs, if it's 30 air temp and your reservoirs are in the 60s, you're still going to get hypothermia.
Yeah. So
you still need a dry suit. So don't go on the water and be dumb.
Get
a dry suit.
Yeah, or fish like really shallow ponds,
or you say that, but last year 2 dudes died of hypothermia, and they were fishing in 3 foot of the river.
Really?
They died of hypothermia. Yeah, because one guy slipped and he stayed out there, and then he died because he's stupid. So don't be. This comes back to one of my favorite phrases: is don't be an idiot. Life's already hard enough. Don't help it. Just have common sense.
I need the rainbow. The more you know.
Yeah, exactly. But that's how it is. So yeah, I mean, know your environment before you go out and be in it. Yeah. Because life can change really, really, really quickly. You flip your boat in the middle of the lake and you have no tertiary plan and no one knows where you're at, and you drown and die. That's why I get good PFDs. I won't drown, but I'll die. 100%.
All right, man. So we're getting to the end of the show.
Yeah,
I have a list of questions. We're gonna go through them, answer them however you feel.
Cool.
I've had some really interesting answers on some of them. It's pretty funny. But first question: who's your favorite angler and why?
Matty Wong, because of his attitude.
Yeah, dude, that guy's dope.
Taku could be Taku, because Taku's like the nicest guy on this planet. Yeah. So I haven't posted in a while. Taku follows me. I haven't posted in a while. He messaged me. He's like, "Hello, Matt. Are you okay?" Or he said, "Hello, Matt. It's me, Taku. Are you okay?" I said, "Yeah, buddy. I'm fine." He's like, "Okay. Just wanted to check." I was like, "Dude, that was the nicest thing that a professional angler could have ever done."
That's so dope.
So yeah. Taku's just a dope dude.
That's awesome.
But yeah. So that's there you go.
All right. This is always an interesting one. Spend a day with anyone. Who is it? I mean, you could go through the annals of history, whatever you want. Dead or alive, doesn't matter. Who is it, and what are you guys doing?
Spend a day with anyone.
Yeah, 24 hours.
Can I pick 2 people?
Sure.
Probably my grandpas, because they're both gone. So it'd be cool to have them back and just hang out with them in a day. We would watch Westerns. So yeah, it'd be cool.
Hell yeah. I just chose Jesus because I got a lot of questions,
Well, yeah, but I believe in the good Lord is our Savior. So when I die, I have all the time in the world to ask him all the questions.
Yeah. True.
I don't need to ruin the surprise.
Yeah, I just want to be able to help the everybody else. So, all right. Biggest fear.
wasps.
Yeah.
I'm not joking. Like, yeah, I would rather be in a firefight than deal with wasps.
All right.
I
Well,
hate wasps.
when
They
you come
scare me
out
to
here,
death.
I'll kill my lawn ahead of time because
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, no, they
'Cause
scare shit. I mean,
You're gonna come out here and we're gonna go fishing. We're gonna have some fun. So,
I'm about it.
have you ever been broke because of fishing?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Before I got married in the Marine Corps. Yeah.
Oh yeah, everything.
Yeah.
All the ends go straight to tackle and
Oh, dude,
Taco Bell?
a whole check went to eBay, Japanese fishing eBay. That's the only place you could find JDM reels.
Oh yeah.
So I bought 2 metaniums and a destroyer rod, and that was my whole check. So I ate at the chow hall for 2 weeks straight, and I bummed cigarettes off my friends.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
dude, it was
awesome.
rough.
No, that's cool, dude. I love it. What's your biggest struggle right now?
I don't know, life. Like, it's just probably finding the energy to do hobbies, like finding the want to do them. I'll say that probably. Yeah.
All right. What's your life hammer, dude? Like your major life accomplishment, like something you can actually be proud of. Be like, I did this. Like I
The
fucking
United States Marine Corps.
There you go. Hell yeah.
Yep. I'm a Marine till the day I die, and I will die on that hill.
Fuck yeah. Have you ever learned a lesson on the water that you've implemented in your life, or vice versa?
Yeah, don't sweat the small stuff as much. I learned that before. Like I got brainwashed into that. Let the small stuff hit you, roll off, find a solution, and fix it. Same thing when you're fishing. Something's not working, fix it, change it, find something that'll work, and then continue and build off of that. So yeah.
I like it. What's the biggest mental or emotional block for you?
Probably myself. Yeah, probably me. Just my brain, how it works, my mind.
What about? Oh yeah. So where does fishing fit in all this now? Like fishing for you, like that question's more for people who like are out there fishing for videos. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Or,
yeah, no, for sure. I can go off of how it was and how it will be again, because it's not like I'm giving up fishing for life.
yeah.
Fishing was a release and escape. It's the same thing how my books are. It's the same thing how this this video game that I play with buddies and stuff. It's I can go out and I can data dump, and I don't worry about everything. Everything that happened today doesn't matter because now I have to focus on fishing. So it gives me a chance to release and not think about anything else. So that's what fishing is. It's very therapeutic.
Yeah.
To be on the water.
Yeah.
Even if I'm having a bad day, I'm still there. So
yeah, you let it all out there. You're like, all
Yeah.
right, everything out here. That's a release. It's not just an escape. That's like a full release. Like that's awesome. So all right. Tell us one thing that no one knows about you, like a window into who you are.
I like going to Disney.
Really?
I love that place.
Disneyland?
Yeah, Disney World.
Oh, the Florida one.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I've never
closer.
been to Disneyland. Yeah. So I've never been to Disneyland, but yeah, dude, I love going to Disney. I'm a big fan of it. I'm not like a Disney adult. I'm not like crazy. But when I go there, I don't think about anything ever. Like I just enjoy being there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, dude. That's awesome. It's not like you have a big old Mickey chest blaster tattoo, you know what I'm saying? Like,
No, 100%. Like, and I don't know. It's just the
environment.
the environment of it. True happiness.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
Which is cool.
It's cool, and like to see the genuine happiness in children and like like people.
It's just like
oh yeah,
it's like everything around it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's cool.
I love it. All right, last question, dude. It's a 3-parter.
Okay.
It's about your health.
Okay.
What are you doing for hydration, diet, and mental clarity?
Hydration. I drink as many Mountain Dews as I can in a day to make sure I have enough water. No, I do drink a lot of Mountain Dew, but I try to drink half a gallon of water a day. I know it's supposed to be a gallon, but I don't know. I drink half a gallon. Diet, dude. I eat to be happy. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I maintain my weight of my portly 250, and I'm cool with it. Like I don't care. Like Brad found the gym and he loves it, and I did that for a long time, and now I want to be happy and chubby, and I don't care.
Tortillas.
And then, dude, I don't mess with that as much, but like me and Long John Silver shrimp,
bro, they're
fight.
crunchies. You ever just get a pack of
Yeah,
crunchies, dude?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yep.
Yeah, I literally asked for. I was like, "Hey, can you just put like a big thing of crunchies in a whole box by itself, and I'll just eat those?" Yeah, dude, I'm a fat kid.
Yep.
And then mental health. I just roll with it, man. That's I do nothing. I listen to books and I play my game. That's about it.
Mm-hmm.
I find escapes.
Yeah.
That's not a healthy way to do it because it's still there when I'm done because I can't do those all the time. But it helps me get through the day. So
yeah, it gives you a little bit of clarity here and there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Gives me a release. It's a good way to say it.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. All right, dude. You got to tell everybody where they can get a hold of you because I'm sure somebody's gonna hit you up with a message sooner or later. Like, you know.
Yeah, I'm still on Instagram.
I'm sure there's a random or two that are gonna hit you up.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm still on Instagram. Matt Sowders Fishing on Instagram. Matt Sowders Fishing on Facebook. I'm pretty sure you can't message me on Facebook. Pretty sure I have that turned off unless I'm your friend. Don't friend request me because I promise I've got like 37 of them piled up. I won't add you because I don't know you. Instagram, I'll probably message you back there. I used to have this really cool email called the Catch Podcast email, but we don't have that anymore, so you can't email me there anymore. But yeah, just Matt Sowders Fishing on Instagram. If you message me, I'll message you back. I mean, I've always been, when we had the show, we had a lot of fans and stuff that would message and stuff. So I'll talk to you all day, especially if it's fishing related. I'll talk to you. If you ask for life advice, I will send you right over to this guy to ask because he is great at that. He is good at fixing problems, very logically and not overstepping. So if you want life advice, I'm telling you, I'll listen to you, but you're going to get a solution. So I'm not just going to listen to you for nothing.
I love it, dude. All right. Thanks, Matt, dude. I thank you for coming on here, dude. And like, I know this was not an easy one by any means, you know, I'm kind of a poker and a prodder.
That's fine.
So, dude.
Well, this is how I look at it. It's kind of the same thing I said to Armando from
Bass Kayak and Beers.
Yeah, I was gonna say beers, bass, and kayaks, but it was I knew I was like, that's wrong. When he had me on, I talked, about the military side of it. If there is somebody, and whether you're military or not, it doesn't matter. If something I've said has helped you or given you clarity, then it's cool. Like I've helped in some way. So it's yeah. I don't like talking about this stuff, but at the same time, if it can help somebody, I'm about it. Yeah. So if I helped you, use it. I gave you a solution. Now act on it.
Stop complaining.
Yeah, stop complaining. If you're going to complain, if you're not going to try to fix it, don't complain. So,
dude, I love it, dude. Thank you again, Matt. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna go throw you in the green room and close this show up real quick.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you having me on, and I will say, like I've said at the beginning, your show is doing something different than everyone else's show does. You're asking the questions that no one wants to talk about, and I am sure there are people getting help from it. So keep doing you, man. I'm happy that we got you that show. I'm happy man. I had the sole idea all by myself.
You did, dude. You're the one that put it on my table, dude. I never. This wasn't in my book of cards, so I
knew it would work out.
Indebted,
so I'm really happy that it's going, and I think you're doing a great thing. So keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks, man. All right. And that was my homie Matt Sowders, everybody, dude. I hope you guys enjoyed this show. I enjoyed the show. I enjoyed the show thoroughly. I mean, besides the fact that me and Matt are close friends, like we're buds, and we talk like this pretty often. But for him to come out here and be vulnerable and open to you guys and like be genuinely honest, like, fuck, man, I really appreciate it, dude. And hopefully some of what he says comes true, so we can hear his voice again, and you don't have to come here to hear it. You'll be hearing it from him, which would be super awesome. So other than that, I just want to shout out to Healing, dude. I just want to shout out JT. I want to shout out Eric, and thank my unnamed friend is doing much better. Thank you, buddy. But the other two, they're still on the road to recovery. So if we could all send them love and stuff like that, let me know hit me up in the DMs if you want to know more. Other than that, like, I just want to send some good vibes out here.
and there's no one place, and there's no babies for a few days. There's some banana trees, there's some trees, come out the door.